carnal mind, all that other stuff we'll get to in a second. But like, but just like Pharaoh had a servant that stands out in front, that's what I think that shield bearer represents, which I did not see before.
Yeah. Amen. But it's basically getting down to the thing where I totally, wigged out here a little bit. It says, it gets to Jesse, 17, right?
Yep.
And it says, then Jesse said to David, his son, take for your brothers an ephah of this roasted grain and these 10 loaves of bread, and run quickly to the camp to your brothers. So this is basically like provisions.
Yeah.
Then verse 18, it says, also take these 10 cuts of cheese to the commander of the unit. See how your brothers are doing and bring back news of them. So a report.
Yeah, he wants a good report.
Mm-hmm.
And so not only that, but cheese is made with milk.
The gospel.
Right?
And then it says 19, now they are with Saul and all the men of Israel in the valley of Elah, fighting with the Philistines. And man, verse 20, and then I'll mute. I'm sorry. But this is too good to not say it. It says, so David got up early in the morning, left the flock with a keeper. Picked up the provisions and went just as Jesse had directed him, and he came to the encampment as the army was going out in battle formation, shouting the battle cry. Just like when Joshua went around the wall, correct? And they had a battle cry. Man, this is too good. Like, what do you imagine that battle cry would be? It's the gospel, y'all.
I was going to say it's the word.
The battle cry is... The battle cry is the good news. That's the battle cry. The battle cry is
the word.
The good news. Yeah. That's the battle cry. That's the trumpet sound. Golly.
Trot's like, I spent 6 months in 1 Samuel 17. There's so much here.
The whole Bible. The whole thing. The whole shenanigans. Let's see. What's going on, ladies and gents?
So, Trot, for like, when he left the food with the supplier, that's like the foreshadowing of the Comforter, who's the Holy Spirit to come, is kind of what I'm seeing, or no?
Do what now? Oh, man.
When he left the provisions with the supplier, that being a foreshadowing of the Spirit coming to us and supplying us. Yes? No?
Who's he?
Go over what you're talking about. Go over it.
Who's he, bro?
What? No, David said, or David, when David.
Okay. Oh, David. Oh, David. I didn't hear him say David. Oh, David.
Neither. He said he. I was like, who's he?
He keeps forgetting, bro.
David.
He keeps forgetting. He keeps forgetting.
Yeah, but when David came back to the camp with the supplies and left him with the supplier to go into battle.
Christian, why are we telling you to say David?
Because his name is Beloved?
No.
Which?
No, I'm saying why are we telling you to say it?
Because I said he instead of David. But I
No,
thought, never mind.
no,
No,
bro,
you
because these
missed
things
it.
are recorded. They're recorded. When people listen to them, they need to pick up where you're at, what you're saying. Everybody thinks I'm telling y'all what to say because I want you to say it. No, bro, they're recorded. Help a brother out. Like, say what you're saying in its entirety. Even though we know you're talking about David, I'm still going to say, who are you talking about? And you get upset and you're like, well, we just got to talk about David. I said, bro, you're not at my house drinking coffee. Okay. This is recorded. Somebody can just hop in. And why do you think when people come in the chats, they're like, hey, where y'all at? Hey, what verse y'all on? Hey, can somebody help me out? I've seen people say, all right, never mind. They just leave. Like, okay, nobody's going to answer me. Like, they don't have to if you just keep, as close as possible, just go a little above and beyond and remind yourself that someone could be new. It's recorded. So you just say it anyway. You just say it,
I forgot that we don't start off with recording until the chime comes in. Yes, you're right. I should have.
Yeah, everything prior to that. I mean, it's being recorded too on TikTok, but it's not going to be on the UBTube. Yeah, you're right. Till the chime comes in. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Y'all see that bus? What's up, man? Y'all see that bus? What's up?
Thing is nice,
bro. Don't think I. Hey, don't think I.
That bus.
Hey, don't think I won't. Don't think I won't. Do not think I won't.
You got the bus operator already here.
Oh yeah, Bill already knows how to drive. That worked out perfect. Hey, that just made it easier. Don't think I won't.
Yo,
I'll be like, Bill. Bill, we're gonna fly you down here, and you're gonna drive yourself back to Florida. Let's go.
Man, that would be amazing.
Don't think I won't. Y'all think I'm playing? I think y'all think I'm playing. That's what I think. I think y'all think I'm playing around with the guy. Oh, I'll try not playing. Try not playing about the gospel, bro. I'm not playing. Nope. Not playing, not even a little bit. We going through there. While everybody throwing them stones, we going through there. That gonna happen. That gonna happen, Captain. Now, I will say this. I didn't know those things were that expensive. Ghoul. I was looking at that. So I was like, ghoul.
$500,000.
Okay, when I saw the $500,000, then I was definitely like, ghoul. And then I saw $1 million. Like, bro, how can you make that thing cost $1 million? Now,
it's a house on wheels.
It doesn't matter, bro. How do you make that? Okay, they only could be so big. You understand? It's easy if you tell me your house costs $300,000 and then someone else goes, oh, well, mine cost $5. Normally, they have more square footage, or instead of everything being, chalk walls, they're made out of freaking marble. Okay, but normally it's just more square footage. Some of the things in there are a little bit nicer. And then you go to the 500,000 houses, 500, they're a little bigger. They get bigger. They don't stay the same size and just get more glorious. They do get bigger, and I'm talking about actual homes. So if you tell me your house is worth 100 or even, like 100,000, 200,000, even $1 million.
Are you making whatchamacallit? Legos? Egos?
Huh?
Egos.
Do it. What?
Okay, so can I...
What are we talking about?
Oh, I was talking to my kid.
That's your one. Hey, everybody gets one, Nina. That's your one. Next time you're Zamzam Land, you're gonna be in with Christian. You and Christian gonna have. Hey, you and Christian gonna be in the same live. Y'all gonna be in the lobby.
It's not just me.
I'm gonna see y'all the Purgatory Descaled live. I'm gonna be hanging out. No, anyway, but some of them houses, RVs, like I didn't see anything more than $1 million, but obviously they're out there. But I'm just very curious, bro. It ain't bigger, so I mean, we got everything's gold, like the faucet's gold. Like I don't know how else you can make them things more expensive unless you just deck it with freaking gold and silver. Just make it a big old Christmas tree riding around with freaking chains. Give it a matter of fact, the grill's made out of freaking Walpol's grill or some crap. Like other than that, I don't know what in the world could make that thing $1 million. I just don't get it.
What's his name? Try
who? Paul Walpol, something like that. Oh,
okay.
Ain't that the grill guy? The white wapper sub, Paul Walpol.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Oh. It's just when you first said his name, that made me laugh. Oh. But I will say that my mom has been looking at those for like over 5 years now. And they do design it, like you say, just a little. They try to make it more upscale, but like you say, it doesn't get any bigger. But
they don't get any bigger.
They change like the floors, the tiles, and they'll do something like seat warmers throughout. You know, they just add a lot of luxury, a lot of powwow. Got that powwow goil, powwow. I'm saying that's his name, right? His name's Paul. His name is Paul Wall. It ain't Wall Paul. It's got to be Paul. Yeah,
Paul. Yeah.
Okay. That's why I laughed because you said Wall Paul. I know.
Oh, okay.
A lot of them things got them pull-outs on it, and that costs too. You know.
Yeah.
Somehow you can get one pull-out, and it's ridiculous. Yeah. Man.
I don't need no. We don't need no pull-outs. We don't need no pullouts, I promise.
That side moves out at least 6 to 7 feet.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I can get one cheaper, that don't do that, we don't need all that. You know.
That maintenance boy too. Hooey. You better get that warranty.
That's what I'm saying.
That's right. You need a mechanic.
I know that's big. Bill's gonna do all that. He's a driver. He's the mechanic. He does all that stuff.
No. We got Flip.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We're supposed to go pick Flip up. It's all good. I don't know. I think like 15 people can fit in that one I was looking at. I think 15 people can fit in there. Think I want.
He's like, Flip, it's time to leave your wife like Peter did, right? You're going to be the rock.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, but, yeah, we got the driver, man. We got to drive somebody who can drive that bad boy. Flip's the maintenance man. That's too easy, man. Bill, we're gonna have to have 2 drivers. You can't drive the whole time, bro. Oh my God, probably 3, bro. Like,
you got JH down here. He truly like a secret soldier, so he can do anything.
He's a what? What is that?
He's a secret soldier.
A secret soldier? What's that mean?
Soldier.
What you mean, secret soldier?
He's a jack of all trades.
Oh, he might be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love that saying, jack of all trades. Everybody always what is it? It says jack of all trades.
Alex, everybody gets contacted by a TikTok rep. Alex, be careful. I get hit up by them every week for years, and I ignore them. I don't say nothing to them. Nothing.
Oh, that's right, Judy. Troy could drive as well.
Master of none.
Yeah, but it says, but it's better than being a professional of one. That's the full context. I mean, it's meaning it's better that you be a jack of all trades and a professor than one, because that one only could do one job. But the jack of all trades could do multiples, so you're better off.
Yeah, well, against popular belief, mine's complete opposite. It's fun to be a jack of all trades, but it's better to be excellent at something. If you're excellent at something, now jack of all trades would be at your house, right? Instead of you hiring someone to do the plumbing, you can do it. That's not a problem. I get that. But if you're excellent at something, you can get paid to do it and get paid really well because you're not just good, you're excellent. I'll give you an example. And I'm telling you right now, I had no idea. This dude was advertising he can help put up a pool and all this. And because we're going to get one. And I was hoping to get it before summer, but summer's already here and I ain't got it there yet. Because our house is barely about to start getting worked on. And it's probably going to take another couple of weeks, but it's just it's taking a minute. But I called this dude, and he's been advertising, set up pools, do all this. I'm like, all right. So I give him a call. Bubba, This dude charges minimum. We're not even talking. We're talking just the labor. It's like $6,000 to put up an above ground pool. $6,000. I'm like, $6,000? What? To put up an above ground pool? $6,000? Yeah, I was like, bro, you're definitely, I said, you must be really good at what you do. He said, I am. I said, well, somebody else gonna have to pay you because it ain't gonna be me. I ain't paying $6,000 for that. I can do math.
Wait, did you tell him that, Trap?
What? Yeah, y'all know me. That's my wife. That's exactly what I said. I told him I give you $1,500 right now. He got mad. I was like, well,
hey, Trap, don't worry. You and the wife just hop on a plane. You guys can come use my pool. It's fine.
Well, I mean, one day we might, but today we trying to get ours together. And I ain't lying. That's what I told him. I said, how much? And I said, y'all include the pool? He goes, well, absolutely not. I said, for $6,000? It's like, yeah, y'all.
How much
I was like, y'all ought to include the pool and fill it up with water, with y'all's water, not my water bill, your water bill, $6,000. I said, how long is it going to take you? I told him, how long is it going to take? Go ahead.
No, I must be getting a lag. Go ahead, finish up.
I just said, I said, how long does it take you to put it up? He goes, we'll be done in less than a day. So this dude takes probably 8 hours to set up everything. $6,000. I was like, well, I might as well just pay you $8,000. That way you can tell people you get paid $1,000 an hour. I was like, you're crazy. You out of your mind. $1,000 an hour. $1,000 an hour. Are you not listening to the number?
You offer him more.
They pay it.
I offered him more as a mockery. I'm like, yeah, I might as well give you $8,000. I mean, why only make $750 to $800 an hour? You might as well make a cool $1,000. Listen to this.
Shoot, I'm in the wrong business.
My friend's
We're
wife,
all in the wrong business.
My friend's wife went and dropped. Well, she financed it. $80,000 for the underground one with the heating system. He went crazy.
Yeah. So I call fam. Would you say the pool and the setup cost about? Well, the size matters, fam. So just the pool we're buying, the pool itself is about $1,500. So you're probably talking about like a smaller, because ours is going to be 25 feet long and 15 feet wide. It's big. It's a big pool.
That's cheap.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, no, and it's got a 5-year warranty. It's a good pool, man. It's a great pool, the one we're going to get. But $6,000? Yeah.
And then you're going to have to build the deck for it.
Yeah, well, I got another guy building the deck. And matter of fact, the guy that's going to build the deck, I told him, hey, man, you ever put up a above ground pool? He's like, yeah. I was like, let me see pictures. He shows me pictures. I said, how much you charge? He said, well, it's probably going to take me a couple of days. He said, I'll probably charge you about $2,000 to $3,000. I was like, all right, well, do the math. I need to know specifically how much it's going to be. And so I don't know the exact number, but $2,000 to $3,000, bro, that's half of this joker over here, bro. What the heck?
And plus the deck. No. The deck's separate.
No, the deck's separate. But I'm just saying the deck's separate.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're gonna get, if he's doing the deck for $1,500 or so.
No. I haven't. The price of the deck is. I haven't even mentioned that. No, the pool. Okay. The pool by itself costs $1,500. That's how much the pool is. But the labor and like to set it up and all that. And I remember texting the guys. I was like, hey, how hard is it to set up? This is when I first really started thinking about it. And they're like, man, it's easy. Follow instructions. Well, I learned it is easy following instructions, but it's got to be small. We're talking like about maybe like a 15-foot, like a perimeter, like a circle one, a round one. About a 15-foot. That's so easy. I could do that by myself and probably be done. It might take me 8 hours by myself. I mean, I'm going to have somebody help me with the walls, like set them up. But bro, simple. I saw the whole thing done on YouTube. I was like, that's it, bro. Easy peasy, Japanesey. But we talking 25 feet by 15, bro. You ain't holding that wall up by yourself. You're gonna end up ruining that. So, and I did ask around.
Have Leo bring some guys down. I'm gonna drop and come back up.
Oh,
I'm getting a real bad
guys.
lag.
Is the lag me? Am I lagging?
I think it's
no.
me.
I'm not getting any lag from you. No, it's just Bill.
Oh, okay. Maybe so. Yeah.
And I'm in motion, and I'm still not getting lag, so I know it's not you.
Yeah. Let's see.
Dang, Charlie, I thought you were getting an in-ground pool, bro.
No, you can't get an in-ground pool where I'm at, Bubba. Nope. Can't get one.
Why not?
Because, it's pretty much the entire property, bro. Like, if it rains hard, there will be 100% an inch of water on the entire property. Period. There ain't nothing you can do about it. And it happens at least once or twice a year. And so the people that I called about that, they said nobody's going to put an in-ground pool at your house. They're not going to do it. And I was like, why not? And they're like, bro, like, it's not a flood. Like, I don't live in a flood zone. Okay. But because they ask you, does the two companies that's down here, they're like, hey, do you ever get water on your property or anything? I go, yeah, dude, if it rains hard, shoot, you'll see a whole glaze over the entire property. It'll be at least an inch, at least. And they'll stay there for like 3 or 4 hours. And they said, heck nah. So that whole filtering system, if that stuff like that keeps happening, it can ruin that whole system. And that company, if they give you warranty, bro, you'll be getting a new system every few years. They don't got that kind. Nobody's got that kind of money, so they're not gonna. So what I would have to do is, I even spoke to the insurance company, and let me just say this: it would be really expensive. Let me just put it that way, because eventually that system's going to get ruined, and I'm going to have to file all my insurance. And what happens to your insurance when you file? Anybody? Does anybody know?
You get punished for using the thing you pay for.
Yeah, it goes up. It goes up. And guess what? In a few years, it's going to happen again. And guess what? I'm going to have to file. Bro, like, it's not wise. So, I was going to do like a halfway in the ground. I thought of so many ways. But if, I don't know if anyone's ever seen it, but if you've seen what a full deck looks around like an above ground pool, right? And I can't remember what that guy called it. I don't know. But it's going to feel like it is underground, bro, because you're going to get into it from above, just like you would. You're going to be on the deck. So the deck's going to be, we're going to have a wraparound porch, and that whole porch is going to go to the back and around the pool. So you're going to be up there. It's going to be just like an in-ground pool. It's going to be the same thing. Yeah. So we're not going to Walmart and getting a $50 above ground pool, and like you just see the pool sitting there. No, bro, it's a whole deck system and everything. So, yeah. I mean, you could do that, but if that's the case, you might as well just go get a water trough, put water in it, and swim in that bad boy. But you don't want all that crap going in your filtering system over and over, year after year.
It's for the people that I just want to go, man, don't sleep on Amazon or Walmart. Those extra people who kind of.
You just breaking up for anybody else but me?
Nah, who was that? Who was talking?
That was Jay.
Jay, your internet sucks. I thought I had bad internet. You sound
robots in disguise.
You sound like Nina. She's like, like, I don't know what happened. That sucker was all over the place. Now here comes Nina. Nina, don't come up here talking like Transformers. Transformers.
Listen,
What?
I just want to put a disclaimer out there. So something weird is going on with TikTok since yesterday, where sometimes you can't accept anyone's request. So if y'all see me or anyone cancel your request and then send you an invite, that seems to be the way to get around that. I just wanted to put that out there.
All right, let's see. Marie, would you say we put up a pool? It wasn't level. Oh, yeah. Well, who put it up, Marie? You and your husband and 2 of your baby kids? Y'all put it up yourselves or what? Marie, who put up y'all's pool? Yep. See? That's where y'all faltered. Y'all trying to save money. Listen, you get what you pay for, okay? You get what you pay for. Listen, that guy said, I'll put it up $6,000, be up in 8 hours. Hey, listen, if it was an emergency, right? Let's say, I don't know. I'm just saying, let's say we're having some sort of graduation party and it was going to be awesome and something happened to the actual underground pool. It got ruined and you need one up in 2 days. That would be the guy to call. He'd get that sucker up, running in 8 hours. See? Now you got a pool for the party. I get it. But not me. Not me. Wow, my dad.
I said pay no attention. No. It was 2 messages combined. I said, wow, when you talked about me on the mic. Then I said, me and my dad did it. Us kids, my dad.
Oh, listen. No, Marie was saying that it wasn't level and it busted and all the water went towards neighbor's house or something. Listen, I live in the middle of nowhere. Trust me, this is going to be 25 feet by 15. That is a lot of water. People live so far away from me, bro. I'm not kidding you. It's going to look like one raindrop on the earth in comparison. This thing busts, it's going to be like a zit just popped off your face. It ain't going to affect anybody unless it touches them. Which I'm saying it's not a lot of liquid in the area that I live in. I'm telling you, from up above, it's going to look like a raindrop. Beep. Like now because the way our property's set up, our whole backyard is going to be full of water, but creek is right there anyway. But, well, let me just say, so, boy, I tell you, that last video we put up talking about Gog and Magog, boy, had people going crazy. People were going crazy. Where's Does?
I was say, Trot he's far enough away from his neighbors that water won't hurt it, but not far enough that Trot won't steal somebody else's toys.
Yeah. Hey, can somebody? What the heck? What is up with this devil man, bro? Why are you spamming the live? We deserve water. What are we talking about? What are y'all seeing this?
I sent them back to hell already.
What the heck?
It's one of those free resource people that we should have free resources.
We should be everything should be free for us.
Well, you know what? Listen. It's true. It's true. We all know it's true. Yes, water should be free. All air. You know, one day you can be buying air. Just saying. You want to live here?
Yeah, one day you're going to be buying air.
Hey, you think I'm playing? Hey, everybody laughed at the man that invented bottled water. Say, ain't nobody going to buy that. Everybody buys it. They're going to do it. Just watch. It's all about marketing. Guys, don't go to the north side or the east side or any side in America unless you have this. Now, I don't know what they're going to call this thing, but what they're going to do is sell it and say, guys, there is still COVID in the air. You need clean air. They're probably going to have airplanes dropping like yellowish gray stuff. It's nothing but like water with food coloring and make everybody believe that it's gas from nuclear explosion. And everybody's going to be buying air to stay clean air. That's what's going to happen. Why that stupid people are. Just watch.
Trot, bro.
What?
You may know this already, but do they already have oxygen bars?
Yeah, no, I know. I've seen all the oxygen stuff. I've seen it at a store. I I swear it feels like there's nothing in it because it's compressed air. So obviously there's not going to be no weight. It literally just feels like an empty bottle. And they're like $25. And I was like, oh my God, bro. They're already starting it, bro. It's already sell.
Yeah, but people in Vegas, like you go up to a literal, like a bar, like you would go to for drinks, but instead you just throw a gas mask on and breathe in the air because they got this crispest O2. It's like,
listen, what Christian is talking about, it's already been used in all casinos. That's why when you go into a casino, they got no windows. You don't know what time it is, but yet you stay awake all night because they pump into the air. I forgot what it was called. They pump it into the air that keeps you up all night, bro.
Okay, so you're saying they put a high amount of oxygen in the air.
Oxygen in the air in order to keep you awake.
Yeah, well, it will. I mean, it will. Having a lot of oxygen will keep you awake. I don't know if that's the intent, but I do know that there are like casinos that are like smoking, non-smoking, and I mean, I don't know. Maybe that could be the reason. They're just trying to put more oxygen in there so everybody's not inhaling a bunch of smoke. Because I'm telling you right now, every time I'm invited to like go hang out at a casino or something, I'm like, look, I know it's your birthday. I'll go in there and poke fun at you losing all your money. I said, but I'm telling you right now, I smell smoke. I'm out. Y'all can have a good one. I'm good. That stuff makes me, the smell, it's smoke. Use your head for God's sakes. It's smoke. Be like burning anything and then putting smoke in anybody's face. Be upset, bro. Get that out of my face. Look, anybody can get addicted to anything. I get that, but you have to be honest with yourself, bro. Our body breathes oxygen. It doesn't breathe smoke. Our body is not we're not dragons, okay? Like y'all's father. Aha. That was fun. That was a good one. You are of your father, the dragon. The dragon.
Bro, get off the gas.
I'm just saying, bro, like, we we breathe oxygen. Now, if anybody got addicted to that, well, then that's different. That's an addiction, that you think it's okay to inhale smoke. It's not okay. I'm saying for your own body. I'm saying not in the sense of you're going to hell. Oh, my God, that's between you and God. What I am saying is the human body does not run off that. That's not what it runs off. It runs off oxygen. So it'd be, it would behoove you to have a lot of that in your person, in your body, right? But yeah, so the last, excuse me, man, the last live, that was recorded on YouTube was when we talked about Gog and all that. Man, excuse me, I had some people that never even seen Descaled make a couple of comments, and they're actually decent comments. They weren't bad. Sometimes you get some bad comments. And it got a lot more views a lot faster than some of the other ones. So then again, I did kind of make the picture look like Sodom and Gomorrah. So I bet there are people like, yeah, total destruction. And they're like, man, this dude's talking about kindness and love, man. I want total destruction. People are funny, dude. You start talking about like what's going on right now, that terrorist organization, they call themselves No King. Bro, it's the same people. The No King is Antifa. No King and Antifa is Black Lives Matter. It's the same people. They make money off people's feelings. They're fear mongerers. All they do is they change the name. It's the same people. Wake up, guys. It's not different people, bro. Same people. They just wait for like a political, like something to happen. They give it a name and everybody gives them their money. And they're like, yeah, no key. Donald Trump put out a message and was like, man, hey guys, thank y'all. I thought a king was going to take over, but no, because of y'all, a king didn't take over, but I am still your president. I'm telling you, bro. Oh man, both parties do it. No, not like that. Nope. The first of all, I don't care what party you're from, but I'm gonna be honest. Both parties do not do that. How many little cute names does the Republican parties have? Somebody, huh? Well, tell me, who was it that said that? What cute names is Abedining? I don't know, something him. They disguise. Okay, well, what names though, guy? What names? Listen. First of all, this is a Jesus show. We just talk about Jesus, but I do make fun of silly stuff, so that's gonna happen. But abide, give us the names. I want to hear what names are you talking about? The Republicans do not come up with the cute little phrase every week, bro. Stop. Come on. Look, these conversations would be a lot more smoother if you just be honest. Just be honest, bro. Like just not even too long ago, Black Lives Matter. And then before that, Antifa. And then before that, bro, it's they just find something. They make a whole crew. Like it's a whole group. It's like a movement, bro. Republicans ain't got movements every week. Let me tell you what Republicans' movement is. Stop the stupidity. It stays the same. Always. Stop the stupidity. The madness. Let's see. All right, abide in him. I'll let you up if you answer my question. All right, answer my question first and I'll let you up. Give me a name. I want to see what you're saying. You say both parties do it. Okay, well, you know how to type, obviously. So give me a name. I want to see what cute group you're claiming that the right has that they won't go out and protest and burn buildings down under a name. I want to hear that. If you can't give me that, you ain't coming up. So what name are you talking about? And I'm being serious. Like, give me a name of some group that you're saying, and I'm talking about that the Washington loves the group. I'm not talking about some crazy people that live in in the boonies, and some crazy people started a group and they give it themselves their own group, and no politicians are hanging out with them. I ain't talking about that. People do that as psych wards every day. I'm talking about a cute group where the politicians themselves are 100% for these people. All right, so you can't you see? You can't give me a name, bro. No offense, bro. I'm just saying, look how you can't give me a name. I mean, you can go Google, you're looking for one, but if they were known like the way you're saying, Bubba, you would have spitted it out. Now you're just going to go look for one. No offense. And I do, because your name is Abide in Him, so I believe you're a Christian. All right, and that's awesome. So let's keep that simple. I like that, but I mean, anybody? Can anybody give me a name of a group of people that keep claiming they're different groups, but it's the same group going down, burning buildings down in the name of republicanism? Anybody? Anybody? No, I didn't think so. No offense, bro. Dre, what's up, homeboy?
Oh, Tracy.
What up, though?
What's up, man? I didn't even know you're in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I hear is cricket. All right, I'm just saying, guys, cricket's all I hear. All right, y'all over here thinking I'm trying to choose a side. I'm not trying to choose no side, but I make it very clear, as close as possible, I'm gonna stick. And then you got this no king moron went over there and unalived 2 Democrat because that lady voted against the bill, bro. So what is that saying? You better do what we tell you. You're gonna be unalive, and they're trying to say that Trump is being a dictator, bro. Listen, look, let me tell you something. The left always does this. No kings, no king. That right there is letting you know they're trying to be the king. That's what they're trying to do. They are. They're always doing the thing. And then this lady makes the right decision, bro, and says, no, people that are not from this country are not going to just be getting free Medicare. That's what they were trying to push, bro. Oh, bro. Oh, man, bro. I'll tell people all the time. Let me say this last thing, and I mean this. If they come get me and they go, hey, you know what? You're a citizen, but we don't like your skin color. We're not sure where you're from, but we're going to pick a place. You know, by looking at you, you're either from Mexico, Spain, Italy, El Salvador. I mean, you could be Brazilian. We're going to put you here. I don't care where they send me. As soon as I get there, I'm be like, hey, where's the line? Where's the line to try to become a citizen in America? I'll be like, oh, it's over there. I'm going to be waiting that line. I'm going to tell them, hey, I'm ready to take the test today. Oh, wow. Ooh, big bad guy. You ready to take the test today? Yep. Let me get in there. I'm going to take the test. Well, you made a 72. I was like, well, I really thought I was going to make an 80. Made a 72. Okay, what do I got to do now? Well, now that you passed that, go do this. Within a year, I'm going to be right back in America. Do you understand what it is I'm trying to say? Because they're not stopping anybody from doing it legally, bro. I don't know what's so hard about this. I don't know. I don't understand this. They're not stopping. Everybody's trying to make it sound like they just shut everything off and you can't even come to this country legally. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. It's not true. Dre, what are you going to say?
Yeah, the deporter-in-chief, Barack Obama, deported more people than any other president ever has.
Yeah, bro. Why does nobody know that? I don't understand, bro. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's wild.
He's called the deporter-in-chief. Look him up. But I was going to say that on the flip side to that, there were some dummies that thought that the No Kings rally had to do with that it was against Jesus. That was dumb. That has nothing to do with Jesus.
Oh, that's new. I didn't hear that. Who said that?
I thought that, Dre.
Yeah, somebody thought it was about Jesus because you know what Trump was like, well, these people don't believe in Jesus. I mean, they said these people don't believe in God and kings. I guess they don't believe in Jesus, the King of Kings. So they thought that instead of understanding what he was saying, they fell into Trump's trap and they made it seem like people were protesting Christ, and it wasn't that either. That was not true.
So Trump said, "Oh, well, they don't believe in kings, so I guess they don't believe in the king."
Yeah.
So nobody picked up on the sarcasm. Oh my!
On both sides, people are buffoons.
I didn't hear what Trump said. To be honest with you, I didn't hear that. But when I first started seeing the protest, I saw the No King signs, and it threw me off because I thought this was about the immigration status. So I'm like, wait a minute, why is they protesting against God when they supposed to be trying to stay in the country? But I didn't see Trump. So.
Check this out, Dre.
I just had to clarify that because some people thought that, and I was like, no, that's not true either. Like,
no king, guys. No King's a terrorist is a terrorist organization that is trying to cover itself up by saying we don't like what Trump is doing. So all the idiots that don't like what Trump is doing are 100% gonna fly to this group again. BLM, man. You know how many black people gave their money to these crooks? Man, here we go again. It's just another one, bro. It's just another scam.
And we look at that. Listen, the Antichrist is claiming Jesus to be king. You believe that?
The Antichrist is claiming to be king? What?
No. The Antichrist is claiming Jesus is king.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Like the Antichrist is gonna stop it. He gonna make sure you know that he's the king. He ain't gonna be talking about no other king but him. Antichrist is all about him, bro.
Bro, people.
He ain't gonna be lifting up Jesus like that. He ain't gonna be calling Jesus the king, bro. He's gonna be like, nah, I'm the king. I'm gonna show you how I'm the king. That's what he's gonna say. Hey, Dre, did you see that bus I had? I don't think you saw it. Did you see it, or you weren't here at all?
Oh yeah, I did. I did see it.
I'm gonna put it back.
Yeah, I just got too caught up with the Satanist guy making videos of me.
Oh my God, bruh.
Bro, I saw it, bro. I texted him last night.
Let me say this. Hey, look, let me say this about it, and we're gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna say it. The Trina's dude, he came up here one time, and I don't know the dude personally, okay, but this will be the last time we're gonna talk about him here. I do think it's a bit radical, and I don't remember what the point is he was trying to make when he came up here, but I know he's real rude. You know, and we don't play that here.
He wanted to argue about.
Well, I don't know. I really don't even care. But I do remember the rudeness and just like the arrogance. And I don't know you. You know, there's always, bro. It's every week. There's a new joker. You know, come up here, and it's nothing personal. But you know, he was talking to Dre and Bill the other day. You know, I don't know, why is it always him and fighting people? I don't understand this. Like, if you're always one fighting everybody, bro, like, put your boxing gloves down, like, for real, you know. But I will say this, make comment on what he was saying. You know, because I heard him saying, I'm just tell you what I did here. How about this? You know, and then we're just going to leave it at that, you know. But he's not the only one. There's a bunch of it. Every week it's somebody. But pretty much he said, he pretty much, and I noticed the phrase he likes to use is, don't put words in my mouth. He says that a lot. So he thinks that if he says, don't put words in my mouth, he thinks that he can fool the masses that that's what you're doing. Well, let me tell you what I heard him say. Okay. And he could say they're putting no, I know exactly what you said. I heard it with my own ears, and I don't have to say it verbatim. It's so funny to me that they think if you don't say it exactly I'm going to say exactly what you were saying. He said that he conjured up a what? Dre, what'd he say? Conjured up a what?
Demons.
Okay.
Demons.
All right. Listen, I don't care if me and Dre ain't using the right words. That's what he said. That when he was a Satanist, he conjured up demons. Okay? You understand what who's misunderstanding what I'm saying? Anybody here misunderstanding me? Let me know right now.
Nope. No, we're picking up.
All right. So let me tell you this. The Bible says that Satan only comes to steal, kill, and destroy, right? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anywhere Jesus tell us that Satan tells the truth?
Nope.
Okay,
he's a liar,
so he's a liar. All right. But he told this Trinitio guy, he told him the truth, right? So whatever this guy's claiming he saw the truth. Anybody?
Yeah.
Somebody help me
Apparently,
out.
yeah.
If Satan shows you something, is it true?
No, it's false.
Okay, so if it's false and this guy's a Christian, he still believes what Satan showed him, there's a problem. We got a problem here.
Yeah. Houston, we have a problem.
Let me say it again. If you say you used to be a Satanist, and you're like, but I'm not a Satanist no more, but I still trust what Satan showed me. Nobody sees the problem with that. And listen, if you think that I'm trying to make fun of this dude, I think you're missing the point. I ain't trying to make fun of this dude because he's not the only one. There's a lot of people out there that they think their experience that they had with Satan gives them perspective. Therefore, they can minister the gospel. My friend, you have got it twisted. No. You were lied to, and you're bringing your lies to the Bible, bro. You're bringing your lies to the Bible. So again, enough of that single person we're talking about. Listen, I have met numerous amount of people that were high priests, Satanists, whatever they called themselves. And I'll never forget the one dude that came up to me and he was crying. This is now, again, I'm just telling you how it happened. This is one of them. He was a Satanist, and he pretty much said the same thing, that he was in some house and he was told to come. And I don't remember exactly why they called him to come to the house, but he was their high priest. Okay. And he was doing his thing, and he felt breathing on the back of his neck, he said. But what he said. And I said, okay, so if I go stand behind you and breathe, like you felt like, he goes, bro, yeah, I could hear and feel breathing. I said, okay, what else? So he's like, man, and he's telling me all this stuff, and it's all creepy stuff. But I asked him, was it true? And he said, well, yeah. I want you to pay attention to what I'm asking him and how he's answering me. I said, so you believe that Satan was breathing on the back of your neck? He's like, yes, bro, I felt it. Are you not listening to what I said? Oh, okay, you felt it. I said, so is that more true than God's word? And he's like, well, that's why I'm talking to you. So he's having this conflict within himself. He doesn't understand why he never has peace. The whole reason he wanted to talk to me is because he wanted his peace back. And I said, well, when did you lose it? And let me tell you, I made it real clear to him. I said, my friend, when these things started happening, because they were physical, you believed it to be more true than anything else. And that's when you started losing your peace, because that became more true. So when you become born again, and you used to be a Satanist, this is just one. I could talk about several that did it for years, bro. And this dude, it took him forever to understand what I was saying. That's how far he was in the flesh. That's how long it took him to come back to realize that even though your flesh was telling you these things were true, they were lies, bro. All of them. But when you tell them that, they're like, no, bro, I saw it. I go, I know. I know you saw it, bro. You're not listening to what I'm telling you. Your physical eyes are not telling you things that are about God every day. But that's how he's trying to figure God out, with these eyes. No, bro. No.
That's why the Bible says we walk by faith, not by sight.
Not by sight.
The sight can be tricked.
Satan is going to use your sight. And so this dude came to Christianity, and he'd been a Christian at least 3-4 years. It was years. And he's like, I can't get my peace back. It's because no disciple showed him how to discern. He didn't know how to discern. He lost it. And it's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy to get back. You can get so caught up in your physical experience that you think that is how you're supposed to discern things. And that's not what the Bible tells us. The Bible does not tell us that's how we discern things. But for this dude to be a high priest, and he's crying out, he's like, I've been a Christian 3 or 4 years. I can't find peace. Bro, it took a minute. Let me just put it that way. For him to even understand what I was telling him. I had to go through everything, And of course, one of the things that started helping him is when Elisha prayed for the young man's eyes to be opened. And he was like, well, why do you think he couldn't see it? I said, you need to stay right there. I said, my friend, you need to stay in this story right here for a little bit. And I'm not going to give you the answer. I said, but the answer is going to be given to you. And you need to ask God, how come this dude couldn't already see that? And I went through there with him, spirit, soul, and body. It took a minute. That's all I'm going to say about it. When I say it took a minute, Bubba, it took a minute. This dude was blind as a bat. And everything that was true to him was based on his 5 senses. Satan will use your 5 senses to lie to you. And when you tell yourself, I know what I saw, brother, he doesn't show you truth. What the heck are you talking about, bro? But I'm a Christian now, right? Were you one then? No, but God's going to use it for his glory. Yeah, if you let him. How can he use that for his glory if you still believe it? It don't make any sense, bro. But again, like I said, the dude was, years he did this, the whole conjuring, all of it, everything you can imagine. This dude did all kinds of stuff. He was a warlock for another few years. He played with stones. He did the whole bone rolling, whatever the heck that you name it. They all come from the same cloth. He did them all. This dude conjuring stuff, hearing voices in his room. I could sit there all day and talk about all the stuff he told me. And I tried to tell him. I said, so were those things? It's kind of like when you have a hard time. This is where people don't like what I'm saying about feelings and your emotions, is because that's what Satan uses to keep you trapped from seeing something that's more true than what your body physically sees. And
what he does is it's the T word. If you guys know what I'm talking about, when you use the T word, like what Islam does, it's what it is. It's a mirage. They do things to scare your flesh. So if you allow your flesh to get the best of you, then yeah, you're gonna fall for it. When the last time I went to Uganda, I was in this mountain called Kasana, and we were sleeping in tents. We were doing missionary work or whatever. And they told us that there was like this witch doctor guy that ran the whole thing or whatever. And at nighttime, he would literally come put 100 yards away, 50 yards away, and start screaming his chants, bro. And some of the Christians were like, oh my God, I better start praying. I said, I ain't praying nothing. I rolled over and went right back to sleep. I said, he can waste all his time he wants. It means nothing unless you make it mean something. So if you're going to sit there and even rebuke it, you're giving it the time of day. There's nothing to rebuke because there's nothing there. It's all false.
It's not real. It's not real.
I'm going to sleep. I rolled over. I put my earpieces in and went back to sleep. I'm like, I don't have time for this. I got to wake up and do stuff in the morning.
Yeah.
But people give it the time of day, and then they start rebuking it back and doing all this stuff. Like it's some kind of like warlock fight between Harry Potter and the bad guy. Everybody's waving their wand. It's like it's completely unnecessary, honestly. And if we turn personal experience into doctrine, then you can't really criticize people that are talking to donkeys. They say, look, Balaam talked to donkeys, so there's obviously a ministry of talking to donkeys. Yeah. So now we talk to animals. No, that's not how that works. So it's just like, I'm telling you, if you don't give something, in the Marine Corps, we have this saying, I think the Army might have the same thing, but we say, if you don't mind, then it doesn't matter. And if you don't mind things, like if you don't pay it no mind, it doesn't matter. Like literally, it doesn't matter. Your imagination takes over. And it's like, that doesn't even matter to me.
Yeah, so you have to know. You have to know the difference. Like for instance, if I'm at war and someone's running at me with a pew pew, that's no longer mind over matter. The guy really is pew pewing.
Right.
So I got to pew pew back. But when someone's trying to play mind games with you, that is not real. Those are not real pew pews. Okay. The Bible calls them fiery darts. Okay. And what we use to stop these fiery darts is the mind of Christ. And when Christ was on the boat and he said, let's go to the other side, he was sleeping. So you need to know when to fall asleep. You need to know. And it's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy. That's why there's so many people that will come on this live and say, I want to talk to you about what you're saying about. I just ask them a few questions. They're like, well, I don't see it that way. That's the problem. So why are we going to argue about this is the problem over here? And you want to argue about this over here, but that's why that's why you want to argue about this, because you're seeing this wrong, which means we're just going to make ourselves, both of us, look like morons, bro. I'm good. Have a good day. I'm not doing that. Talking about
it's like
hold on, let me say this real quick. Let me say this because I'm gonna forget. Talking about morons. Hey, Christian. Christian.
Golly, bro. Golly. I'm telling you what.
All right, so let's talk about the AI photo. I want to understand why you believe that I believe that was real, bro. Somebody got it pulled up.
A sense of naivete, I guess.
Nah, well, maybe so. Somebody go to Discord, find that shark thing that I sent, and I want somebody to read the title that I gave it. What was the title that I gave it? Nobody?
Oh, before you switch, but while somebody's looking that up, I was just gonna say, like, it's like if you eat a heavy meal, you go eat a big fat steak at 11 o'clock at night and watch Freddy Krueger. When you go to sleep, you're probably going to have nightmares of Freddy Krueger. It's not God giving you dreams.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. It is. All right. Nobody? Oh, man. Y'all going to make me look it up? I need a verbatim. I need to know.
I'll go right now.
Let me know exactly what I said on there.
Christian boy, you just don't get it, bro. How much longer?
Yeah.
Must you be around till you get it, dog?
He gonna figure it out, bro. He gonna figure it out.
I hope so.
Who is that? Rhonda. Poor Christian. Rhonda, don't do that. Don't enable him. He'll be fine. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. Don't enable him. He's not a victim here. But he gonna have to learn.
Bro.
What does it say, Christian? Just say it. Christian, just say it.
Within me.
Just say
that makes me think that maybe you might think, because you're an older guy, that was real. That's what it is.
Well, I'm glad you told the truth, but we're still going to see how much of an ignoramus you're about to be, right? Because you were wrong. Because you were wrong, right? So what I'm telling you is,
I can't find it.
Who deleted it?
It better not be deleted, or I'm about to delete everybody off that. We ain't gonna have a Discord. We ain't gonna have a Discord if that's how we're playing it. It ain't on there no more. Let me go find it.
Oh, Christian. I hope you learn before you actually come in real life to Texas or wherever we're going. I really, really hope you get it.
Dre, you know as well as I do, sometimes it seems like Trot thinks something, or like it's a young person thing or whatever. I'm not saying he's only 80. I'm not saying that. But like some of these things look, because AI is getting to that point, kind of real. I don't know.
Okay, but in context of the whole conversation, his point was for us to stay out of.
Hold on. Time out. Y'all, hold on. Y'all losing focus in life. Let me write that down. Y'all losing focus in life. Now I want somebody to tell me if someone sent a picture of a person playing around with the shark. I don't care if it was freaking Disney. The writing. So Christian, do I need to send a cartoon of this? Do you understand? It's the wording. They go together. Did you miss the wording? Huh?
Hello? You when I read the wording.
No. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. Did you see the wording? Yes or no? Okay. Why didn't you put both of them together? Hold on a second. Time out. So if I would have sent a cartoon, you wouldn't have thought that I believed the cartoon shark was real, right? So to be clear.
Correct.
Okay. But because it looked a little real, and then I sent it and put y'all losing focus in life, you don't think that title automatically showed that I knew that it was AI, bro? You really thought that I think a human is literally going to go up to a shark and kiss on it like that? A great white that big.
Apparently you're pretty stupid, Trot.
No. I'm not. It's him that's pretty stupid, because the truth is,
I know.
Regardless if he believes that or not, he's being shown wrong again. I don't know how many times we got to do this. It don't matter if he believes that or not. What I'm saying is he keeps catching himself, and I'm going to tell you why. Because, Christian, I've been telling you this since I met you. You jump to the first thought or feeling you have, and you don't think things through. There's no critical thinking. Next time, when you thought you figured something out, you might want to say, hold on a second. This is Trot. I feel as though if I say or do this, I'm going to take the bait and look like a fool again. I don't know how many times we got to keep going over this. So the reason why I call you out the way I do is because how much longer is it going to take for you to say to yourself, I ain't falling for that. You fall every time. You fall for it every time. And then you become a victim and get mad and go, well, I really believed it. Okay, well, what about the other part? So let's say you really did believe it. What's wrong with saying, hey, Trot, do you think that that's AI or real? See, that's what you want to do. You want to ask, not assume. You want to ask. So I can say, Christian, that's not real, bro. Okay, for a minute there, you thought it was real. And then you wouldn't have made the ridiculous statement, hey, Trot, that's AI. No freaking duh. That's why I put y'all losing focus in life. It's a joke. The whole thing was a joke, bro. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, all right, so somebody help me out. JY, you there? Are you at work? Are you working, bro? Okay, she's probably working.
I'm at work.
All right, my bad. Never mind. All right, Nina, help me out here. Listen, I put y'all losing focus in life. Y'all losing focus in life. The whole thing's a joke. It's a joke. All I'm saying is, because remember, for the past actually, I say it all the time. Yeah, Christian, what Breezy said, you just didn't get it, bro. And you're like, I think Trot's thinking, why is everybody always picking on me? Because you don't have any critical thinking. I don't even know how to go with that song. But you got to have some critical.
Maybe Christian thought it was real for a second. He had to double check it.
Well, so I don't know. I don't know if that's what it is or not. But he doesn't utilize critical thinking. Okay, and let me tell you this: If you want to talk to someone about knowing what critical thinking is, it's me, this guy right here. You know how I know what critical thinking is? Because any mistake that you can think of, I didn't critically think about it. I made the mistake. I could put all y'all together, set you right here in front of me and make every one of you blush one at a time. Because it took me messing up a million times until I realized I might need to start thinking about stuff first. Me, this guy right here. Okay? So if you think that I'm pointing out that somebody needs critical thinking skills without first developing them, you're mistaken. Sometimes they just take a little longer than others to get developed. And I'm going to tell you, I had 95% of my critical thinking skills developed at a young age, but I still had about 5% that weren't. Okay? And when you get mad or you get in your feelings and you're not understanding that your feelings are not okay all the time, if you don't understand that, guess what? You're going to fall victim to it again and again. It's because you're not slowing down. Slow down. Slow down. I can't remember. Dre, who was it? Was it Big? I think it has something to do with the firewood stand outside.
Yeah, what about it?
Big asked me something, and it was like, he was like, hey, Trot, why did you do it like that? And there's a reason that I did it like that. And Dre goes, bro, you should not have asked him.
No.
I don't remember what it was, though, off the top of my head.
Yeah, it was like I think it was the bundles. He was like, why do you have these bundles on this side and something like that? And then the funny part was, like, the bundles were on the backside. And he didn't see the backside of the bundles that were.
I can't remember.
That were there or something.
I can't remember what it was. But
yeah, I learned very quickly with Trot. Like, I don't really ask questions until I actually have thought through before I ask the question. And it's kind of like that. And it's funny because that's a military thing. Like, you don't just walk up to the sergeant major and ask any old question. You're gonna get humiliated.
Walk up to the sergeant major. Hey, sergeant major, I was wondering, how come the guidons are red, blue, and black?
Yeah.
How long you been here? Mm-hmm. I've been here for 3 weeks, and you don't know why the colors are? Who's your drill sergeant, Bubba? You're done.
Yeah. You don't ask questions to you start learning real quick. You don't ask corporals, sergeants, staff sergeants, anybody above you. You really don't ask them questions until you actually realize, until you've done like legitimate research and thought about the question, because you're gonna get embarrassed. And Lord forbid you do it in front of the whole unit, because then you're really gonna get embarrassed. And I've seen people get ransacked, and I'm like, yo, you guys still have not learned to just think. And then go research, and then maybe ask somebody else. And before you get to the sergeant major, you have to like really have thought.
Hey, go to your battle buddy who you think is really smart and ask them first. Hey, Christian. Right. Hey, Christian takes advantage of my phone number. He's like, hey, bro, and Christian, tell the truth. Christian, hey, Christian, you there? Hello, Christian, are you there? Christian.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Christian, I want you to tell the truth, bro. Don't lie to me, because if I ever meet your wife, I'm going to ask her. Don't lie, please. How many words a minute can you type?
How many words a minute can I type?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. A lot.
So you're not fast.
No, I wouldn't say I'm not fast. I just don't have the calculated thing. I can.
If you were fast, you would know. People who type fast, they know how many words per minute they can type, bro. So you're not fast then, right?
No, I think I am pretty quick at typing.
All right, I want you to do me a favor. You don't have to do it right now. I don't care if it takes you a week. Find you a test that is going to challenge you to see how many words per minute. It'll set it up. The timer, you won't have any control. You won't have any control of it. As soon as you hit like go, it's going to start counting down, and it's going to put up words in front of you, and you just get to typing. And when the whole minute is done, it's going to stop, and it will tell you how many words you typed. Right? You know why I asked you that, Christian? Does anybody know? Does anybody know why I asked that question?
So you're saying I'm going too fast, not slowing down?
Yeah, slow down, bro. Slow down. Just slow down, okay? Slow down, 10. You're going to have somebody come up to you and ask you a question about the Bible, and you'll be like, oh, that's easy. Brah! And they're going to be like, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. You'll be like, no, it's not. And if you would have just thought about it for 5 more seconds, you wouldn't have said that. And now you're going to be like, oh, crap. Well, no, that's not what I meant. And we're all going to believe you that that's not what you meant. But this person has a bad motive on asking you questions. They weren't trying to learn about God, nothing. They were just trying to figure out how to make you look stupid. And you just did it again because you're not using your critical thinking skills that maybe this person could be asking you a question not for a good reason. And you spit it out there, and then you're going to be like, you know what? I can appreciate Trot, but I sure did hate him for the first year. I hated his guts. Let's see.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying, and I have a
that's the art of
contention
debating, man. Like, you got to think, and that's why you probably should play some chess, Christian. If you play chess, you'll get better at.
There's no way he plays chess. Christian, you don't play chess, do you?
No.
Yeah, there's no way.
He don't.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
All right,
bro.
settle down, everyone. My
I can't
contention
wait
point in
to,
the entirety of that statement
Do what?
was that
I can't
Christian
wait to
uses
checkmate him.
my phone number. I do not. I maybe send you one text a week, maybe.
No. Listen. Well, no, you don't anymore because I freaking gave you the business about 5 times. He's like, hey, man.
You fell for the trap again, Chris.
Oh, yeah, bro. He's like, hey, bro. He's like, hey, bro, what do you think about this? I mean, just books upon books. And I didn't even get to read. I said, hey, did you ask any of the guys? He's like, what? I'm coming directly to you. We're like, bruh, just go ask somebody, bro. And I don't even know if he did. Did you ever go ask anybody here?
I did one time.
All right. Enough messing with Christian. We'll leave you alone. Y'all losing focus in life. Anyway, the picture was a lady. Like, just picture a lady like swimming with the dolphins, you know? And, you know, she's like petting the dolphin. Now picture it being a shark in the water. It's the funniest thing I see. And you know, I've been giving everybody a hard time about swimming around with sharks. And here's this lady. Here's this lady paying this shark. I said, yeah, there y'all go. Oh, man. I can't remember. I think it was Jessica Newberry. She sent me a message and she's like, you know, ain't there something in Texas? Like, you know, you don't think nothing about it. Because we're talking about sharks and alligators. And in Florida, you got the ocean and you got alligators. I was like, I ain't gonna lie. If I was in Florida, I'd be in the pool. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't doing that.
You saw the photos she sent you? Man.
What photo?
That's why I don't go, man, with the shark they ate. She was at the beach.
The shark, hey, bro, again, prove my point again. The shark was right there. Bro, there ain't no way that water was deeper than 3 feet, bro.
Yeah, they come up to 2 to 3
Come
feet.
on, bro. Listen. And so she's like, well, try. You can't just live in fear. I said, that's not the right way to use that. Living in fear means you don't come out of your house. I can figure out 1,000 ways to have fun instead of going swimming around with piranhas bigger than me. You must be out of your freaking mind. I'm telling you, you're not thinking this through. And people are like, well, the highway, man, I'd rather an 18-wheeler take my life than me getting chewed up by Are you not listening to what I'm saying? Look, I'm not telling you not to go to the ocean, but I'm telling you right now, one of them take off your arm, don't come up to me and tell me to pray for it to grow again. I'm going to be like, listen, I told you months ago, stop playing around in that freaking infested. Listen, I shouldn't have to explain myself. Listen, go play with the sack of, you know, what do you call it? Not the sack, but the red cup, the monkeys. What do you call those things? Remember the barrel? It's got
barrel of monkeys.
Is that what it's called?
Monkeys in a barrel.
Monkeys in a barrel. Bro, listen, I would rather do that than go swimming around with freaking sharks. You understand? I know how to have fun. I don't have to go swim with the sharks. All right. You got that lady. She's like 12 years old. She freaking surfer. Shark came up and bit her arm. She said she just felt something jerk her. Oh, I don't know. Just jerked my arm. Oh, there is no more arm. Okay, so Jessica's like, well, there's got to be something in Texas. I said, yeah, the thing. Okay, now listen, there's different parts of Texas, but the part that I live in, the only thing that is considered like, I'm saying statistics would be a coyote. Okay, we have coyotes out here, and they will take your animals, period. All right, and matter of fact, let's just say there was a hunting of them not far from my house, and it just a whole bunch of them went bye-bye. All right, so you gotta keep the population down, but they're gonna come back because they're all over the place. They're gonna come back over here, but let's just say right now the animals and kids are safe. And if you don't think they won't take a kid, you better go look up some videos. They will grab your kid by the butt cheeks and run off. I ain't playing.
In Colorado, we have mountain lions. They be coming down, like if you live in Golden area or something like that, like closer to the mountains, to the foothills, they'll come down, bro. They'll take your kid, bro. Yep. Like that's why people be out there like running in the mountains and doing the trail run. Man, you got to be kidding me, bro. If I'm out there, you better have a pew.
Yeah, okay. Right now that's another thing, right? And I was telling, and I'm not lying, you can ask my brother about this. I had a dog, and the dog wasn't even a year old, and I had it, and every once in a while I had a chain on one of my trees, and I couldn't always take him out and do stuff. I couldn't. At least once or twice a week, you put him on his chain, hey, he'd run around for 5 or 6 minutes, kind of just happy to be outside. He'd lay down. Hey, if you tried to come get him, he'd walk away. He loved that spot under that tree, bro. And one day, it's getting dark, and he's being hunted. I didn't even know. He's being hunted, bro. And I heard him growl, but he didn't keep doing it, so I didn't think nothing about it. It happened this quick. They were already right there, bro, and I didn't see him. And when I say right there, I'm talking almost, they were probably 2 pounces away from him, which means when I went out there, they probably stopped, but they were coming. And if you know anything about coyotes, hey, they'll trick a dog and make them think, hey, you want to play? They'll start, hey, you want to play? And before you know it, there's 2 or 3, and they ain't there to play. It's chow time. You hear me? And so all I know is out of nowhere, that sucker grabbed my dog by the collar, but the collar, bro, it's made for that. It looks like they're made out of like 3 or 4 pieces of real thick leather. The ends of them are the way it's tied down. Like, bro, they're going to think they have the dog because you can sink your teeth in that. You can, and it's wide. It's like this wide. So they can bite down on it, and they think they have the dog. Now, the dog can suffocate if you don't come help it, but it can breathe and it can whelp and let you know, like, hey, something's over here. Well, anyway, that's what it grabbed. And I seen them teeth grab them. I said, oh, crap, I was standing right there. Bro, I grabbed that sucker. It might have weighed 40 pounds. I mean, it could have weighed 50. But I think all guys know if you're around 25 years old, a 50-pound sack of feed don't weigh nothing, right? Be honest.
That's facts.
Bro, it don't weigh nothing, especially if you're trying to protect your dog or family. Bro, if the 50 pounds don't weigh nothing to throw over my shoulder, imagine you trying to defend your animal. I'm telling you right now, I don't even remember picking this thing up. I grabbed it by the hair on its back. Hey, yep. Yeah, I grabbed it by the hair on his back. I picked him up and started slamming him against this tree. Bow, 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 bow. That sucker was, he was out of there. And I'll just say my pew was not far from me. And it was bada boom, bada bing. That sucker lights out on him that quick. I seen him grab that dog. I was like, oh, nah, Bubba, you got another thing coming. I grabbed that sucker. And I know there was another one out there because when I was slamming him against that tree, my dog was barking. Whoa! So I was like, oh, bro, they're not going to come up there one. That's rare. They're going to come up there 2, 3, 4 of them. And so I was telling, because anyway, I'm saying all that because I told Jessica Newberry, because she's like, well, there's got to be something. Yeah, that's the something, the coyotes. But I'm on the ground. I'm not in the water trying to figure out, let me see, hold on, let me put my feet down so I can, bro, there ain't no putting your feet down with no shark. You're in the water, bro. You're in the water. So I take my chances living around animals that I got to deal with on a daily basis than putting myself in a vulnerable spot. And let me say this. Most people ain't going in the water with the pew-pew or a kniffy, if you know what I mean, you going in there half naked. At least I got clothes on. At least my kniffy and pew pew right there somewhere, if not right here. I'm just saying, like, bro, it's totally different. 100%. If a shark grabs you and take you under the water, you just lost oxygen. I mean, if one of them stupid, or even two of them, if I get bit by two of them, I can at least still breathe. I got way more of a chance fighting a 35 to a 55-pound two coyotes than I do a freaking shark. Absolutely not. It's not the same thing. Or an alligator. Don't they tornado spin your butt in the water, bro? Listen, these two things.
I'll fool with them things.
Come on, bro. These two things will take oxygen away from you, bro. Come on. It's not the same thing. And, you know, but hey, but a coyote will take your animals and it will take your little kiddos. 100%. You'll hear them screaming. So if you ain't in shape, then I don't know what to tell you. You better get in shape, or don't take them outside unless there's a lot of people. And let me say, don't just think just because there's a lot of people that they won't come. They will. If they're hungry, they don't care. They'll have their eye on whatever little bitty thing running around out there. They don't care if it's a human, animal. They don't care. They're going to come get it. And if you ain't there to stop them, shoot. I don't know what else. Death row. Oh, is that what it's called? I don't know why I called it a tornado.
That's literally the name of it.
Oh, yeah. I think that sounds more right. What did I say? Tornado spin? I don't know.
No, but think about that. Like, you get in the water with that thing, and the thing's number one WWE move is literally titled the unalivement roll.
Yeah, bro, because they put your butt underwater and you can't breathe. They don't care how big you are.
And then they spin you, so all the water gets in your nose. You can't even hold your breath, bro.
Yeah, they spin you around. You can't. Again.
Well, they're taking your limbs is what they're doing. So
they're taking your what?
Limbs.
Oh,
when
yeah.
They spin. They're just taking your limbs. So if they get a hold of your torso, they're ripping you apart, and then you're done at that point. There is no. It don't matter how many people jump.
Yeah, I don't know how a shark or an alligator is the same threat as a coyote. No, it's not, bro.
No, I would.
Coyote's literally a small dog.
It's a small dog. You know. Now again, luckily you're there.
We have those here.
Yeah, luckily you're there, right? Like I was there because they probably would have chewed them up. You know, like right now. I ain't messing with nothing, no water. I'm telling you. Anyhow, anybody got anything to add to that, man? Let's hop into something for a little bit, which I want to get into.
1 Samuel 17:22.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, boy, he said
I'll
that
bring
fast
up tomorrow.
Dang. That boy, he pulled that out of the hip. Hey, what are y'all with a pow, pow, pow? Doc Holliday.
17:22.
That boy, Doc Holliday, that sucker. Let me see. Oh, excuse me.
So Christian is AI. I think Christian is AI.
You hear how fast that was? I was like, hey, what do y'all want to talk
Absolutely.
about? He was like, the first time, second, we're going to go to first one.
Huh? I was trying to go off on a tangent, and I'll never get it back.
Now I'm going off on a tangent. Now I'm never gonna get off.
All right, slow it down for me, Christian. What'd you say you want to talk about?
1 Samuel.
1 Samuel what?
17. 22.
All right. Are you already there or what?
In a moment, I will be.
Oh my gosh! All right, let me get there.
I had to set everything up, man.
Oh man, you should have had it already set up, bro. What's wrong with you? Start getting.
Bro, just walked in.
No, don't start doing that, bro. Don't start lying now, bro.
I mean it. I really did just walk in here. I'm setting everything up.
All right. Let me see. 17:22. All right, well, let us know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, read it.
Then Jesse said to David, his son, take for your brothers an ephah of this roasted grain and these 10 loaves of bread and run quickly to the camp to your brothers. It's actually, that's just where I started, but because I need to actually get to 22, but I wanted to start there because that's what he was bringing.
Well, you said 17:22. You mean 17:1 through 22?
No. No, just 1 Samuel 17, starting at 17, because this is where he gets the stuff, and then down to 22.
Okay.
So then Jesse said to David his son, you ran quickly to the camp of your brothers. Also these 10 cuts of cheese to the commander of the unit. See how your brothers are doing and bring back news of them. Now they are with Saul and all the men of Israel in the valley of Elah fighting with the Philistines. So David got up early in the morning, left the flock with a keeper, picked up the provisions, and went just as Jesse had directed him. And he came to the encampment as the army was going out in battle formation, shouting the battle cry. Israel and the Philistines drew up in battle formation, army against army. Then David left his provisions in the care of the supply keeper and ran to the ranks and came to greeting his brothers. So that was my question from earlier, which is when David leaves that stuff with the supply keeper, is that a foreshadowing of the Spirit that will come and...
Yeah, so let's go look at it. All right, so let's go look at it. So starting at 17, 1 Samuel 17, it says, And Jesse said unto David his son, Take now thy brethren an ephah of his parched corn. So he's telling them to take parched corn.
Sorry, I read that all in Amplified. Sorry.
That's all right. All right, now somebody go look up that word parched. We should all know what it is, but let's just make sure.
Like in the English
17.
dictionary?
So in
it should mean dry. It should mean dry.
Well,
corn.
it should, but let's just go look it up anyway. So 1 Samuel 17, it says, take an ephah of this parched corn. So that word parched.
Well, it means dried out with heat, but in the Hebrew, it means H7039, which is parched grain, roasted grain.
All right, so it means the same thing. Roasted, right? It's still
dried
parched.
Yep.
Yeah, it's still parched. All right, so meaning lack of water, right?
Yes.
All right. So he says, parched corn and these 10 loaves and it says, and run to the camp to thy brethren. So he's got parched corn and 10 loaves, right? Or does he have something else? Am I missing it?
Oh, it's just the grain and the
All right.
Loaves.
Yeah, grain and loaves. It says, and carry these. Now here's the next thing. Carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain of their 1,000. So give the parched corn and the bread to your brothers. All right. And then he says, take these 10 cheeses. And if you don't know, this is where Cheez-Its came from. That's what these are right here. Because everybody, even the captain wants Cheez-Its. Don't matter.
Are they yellow or white, though?
They're both. They're a mixture. They're a plethora. So they even have black ones in there, too, bro. All the colors. All right, so we got. Said, look how the bread. Blah, blah, I'm sorry, I messed up. Carry these 10 cheeses to the captain of their 1,000, and look how thy brethren fare, and take their pledge. All right, so let's find out what this means. Look how thy brethren fare. Somebody look up that word, fare.
It is H. 7965, which says, I know, it's Hebrew, there's going to be H, I know. Completeness, soundness, welfare, and peace.
All right, so what does that mean, welfare?
How they're doing.
Right, that's it. He's telling them, I want you to go see how they're doing, and what does he tell them to do after he finds out how they're doing?
Bring back a report.
All right.
Which was supposed to be a good report.
Well, obviously, right? Like I don't even have to find out what kind of report it is. The Bible points to that men of God are supposed to bring back a good report. So I already know it's a good, like when I say I'm saying a person who's familiar with scripture, you should already know that. Some people will say, well, that's common sense. No, it's not. There's plenty of times, even in the Bible, there's times where someone is saying, bring me a report, but they're wanting a bad one. I shouldn't even have to bring that. It's funny when people say, show me. Like, God, dog, bro, you don't read the Bible for yourself? Got to show you everything? It's crazy, man. These people call themselves teachers, preachers, and all this, and I have to show you. Every time I say something, I have to show it because you don't know where it's at. And then when I show them, they're like, let me see, let me read it. Oh, you're going to figure it out now. You didn't even know it was there before. Now you're going to figure it out. That's how you figure out the Bible in 30 seconds? Jeez Christ.
I've never even read the Old Testament.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me see. Oh, bro, I don't got time for you to like learn this right now. No offense. Now, if you're here to learn, get a piece of paper out, take some notes for God's sakes. I'm trying to argue everybody. You don't like what nobody says, bro. Like we're still 10. All right. So fair, it says, where's it at? Carry these 10 cheese to the camp, 1,000. It says, and look how thy brethren fare, literally meaning their welfare, and take their pledge. What does that mean? What does that mean? Take their pledge.
It means bringing back their report.
Yeah, so take their pledge, meaning go see how they're doing. They're going to let you know. They're going to make a pledge like, oh, we're good or we're not good. And then come tell me what they say. It's real simple. That's what he's saying. Then
I
he
need
said,
further exegesis and eisegesis, Trop.
Do what?
I need further exegesis and eisegesis.
Well,
Trop.
then y'all need to go to Bible school and learn 1 + 1. I'm here to hand out steaks. All right. It says, now Saul and they and all the men of Israel were in the valley of Elah. So let's go look up that name, Elah.
Elah means an oak. An oak, Jordan. Or not Jordan, sorry. Breezy in the comments, an oak. Here we go again.
All right, so it says, Saul said, the valley of an oak, fighting with the Philistines. Now, so they are fighting?
Yeah, I mean, it says they are fighting with the Philistines.
Right, so everybody always makes this sound like there was nobody fighting. Like
House of David does that too.
Yeah, right. And it's like that they're, hey, come out and fight me. Like there's no fighting. No. The truth about that duel is, dude, people did this back in the day. They would set out their baddest dude, and then you bring your baddest dude, and whoever wins, that whole nation's the winner. If not, then we go into war. So bring your baddest dude, and we'll let that dictate. Right, but they act like nobody's fighting. I don't know. Says right here in 19, and I'll read it in the Amplified for anyone that's confused. It says, now they are with Saul and all the men of Israel in the valley of an oak, Elah, fighting with the Philistines. So are they fighting or not?
They are fighting.
They're fighting, dude.
They never saw the movie Troy, Trot. That's what
okay. That's
always supposed to be the movie Troy with Brad Pitt.
Well, that's what David and Goliath actually did. That's actually what they did, because they did that. That's what they did back then. Okay? But the thing is, nobody wanted to fight. No, the point is, the Israelis would rather just fight regular people, and nobody want to go up there and challenge that big old monster. That's the problem. But they're saying, if you pay attention to the story, all this could go away if somebody beats that big guy. That's the whole point. But nobody wants to fight him, so they're like, well, let's fight then. So 20, it says, and David rose up early in the morning. Why is that significant? David rose up early in the morning.
Because that's throughout Scripture that they always rise up early in the morning.
Where? Who? Who's doing that? Where?
I mean, I don't have it off the top of my head. I can look.
Oh, I got them all on top of my head. I need 3, or we can't move. We're not moving from here unless I get 3. So y'all better help Christian out. I need 3 where it's significant that a very specific person rises up. or stands up, or I don't want to say
Elijah.
I don't know. Are you asking?
Daniel prayed early in the morning, first thing in the morning.
All right, let's go. Somebody prove it. Prove it. Yeah, but he's got to accomplish a task. There's got to be a reason that they're rising up early. Accomplish a task. I literally got a whole bunch of them in my head. Bunches and bunches. Heaps upon heaps. That's what it said.
Come on. Abraham rose up early in the morning to give that bottle of water and the bread to Hagar and Ishmael.
I don't know. What time was it when him and Isaac were going to the mountain? Somebody find that. Because I don't know what time. I'm just curious.
Genesis 22:3, he rose up early in the morning and saddled his ass and took 2 of his young men with him, Isaac his son, with the wood.
So he rose up early in the morning. So,
yes.
So watch this. This is what these very carnally minded people would say. Well, bro, they weren't going to go at night, bro. Of course they rose up in the morning. Yes, in real life, okay, rising up, like, for instance, this is how stupid this gets. Like, I do the live. I run descaled in the morning, okay? Not because God told me, rise up in the morning trot. Do descaled in the morning. No, it's because I can do it in the morning. I could do it at night too if I wanted to, but I choose to do it in the morning. This is what people will say. That's why I did it, bro, okay? They didn't have lights back then. Okay, they had to do it during the day because the sun, if they would have did it at night, they don't have no flashlight. How are they going to get around? Yeah, I don't know who here doesn't understand that principle, like, right? But along with that truth, there's another story. That's what's funny. That's what's funny about this. It actually tells you another story. That in order for this thing to be accomplished, time matters. It does. I know we all say, well, God, time don't matter to God. Yeah, no, I get all that. But in the Bible is when time mattered. In the Bible, time mattered. 100%. All the things that got written down, God was on our time, and he did it on purpose. He's not in our time, but he did it in our time. Very specific. For a reason. So I got one. I need 2 more. Where else do we see? Where's Dre's at? Somebody look Dre's up. Nobody else can't think of one?
What was Dre's again?
Ask him. He's right there.
He's off the app. He's coffee mode.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't hear what he said exactly, actually. But listen, it's not just about the morning. It's also about who was the first one to do it. You understand? So Goliath has to be defeated. Who was the first one that came up? Who?
David.
Does it have to say it that way? Does the Bible tell us that someone else tried to fight Goliath and Goliath won? Does the Bible tell us that? No. So people can say, well, we don't know if David's the first one. Fine. We can argue about that too. The point is, what the Bible shows is that David was the first one. Why do you think David said, whoever defeats the Jebusites first shall be captain? Why do you think David says it like that? All of it's important. All of it. All right, I need 2 more because I only got 1. Nobody can't think of something similar. I just gave you one of them.
I used to wake up early in the morning, pray. There's another verse that says, weeping goes through the night, but joy comes in the morning.
Yeah, joy come in the morning.
Christ was, well, technically, first thing in the morning, Mary Magdalene went to the
first thing
in the tomb, found Christ.
Yep. The good news always comes in the morning, bro. It's always in the morning. And the the person that accomplishes the task, every time you see this person did it first, this person did it first, it was pointing to Jesus. Because he's the one that stood up to do it. It's all pointing to him. Right? All right. Rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with the keeper. Notice that. Left the sheep with the keeper. So did he just leave the sheep hanging? Or he left it with the sheep had a babysitter. Right? And it says, and took and went as Jesse had commanded him, and he came to the trench as the host going forward to the fight and shouted for the battle. He did as Jesse has commanded him, and he came to the trench. Look up that word, trench.
Trench is... entrenchment, track, circumvallation, entrenchment, or a track.
It says, came to the trench as the host was going forth to fight and shouted for the battle. What does that mean? He shouted for the battle. That mean he showed it with pom-poms, rooting the guys on, or what? What does that mean?
It's like his war cry.
Was he like, give me a D? Yeah, give me an A. Hey, give me a David. Is that what he was doing? I don't think so, bruh. I want to kind of shout he was doing. Go study that in Hebrew where it says, and shouted for the battle. Go study that in Hebrew and tell me what it says. Shouted for the battle.
To shout, raise a sound, cry out, give a blast.
Right there. Give a blast. See? Give a blast.
Like the trumpet.
Yeah.
Trumpet blast.
That's exactly what it's talking
about,
bro.
Which would be the word.
That's exactly what it's talking about. So it says, he shouted for the battle. Guys, if you don't know what that's talking about, if you don't know what this means... All right. And to make it simple, right? Let's just say they had a certain battle cry and everybody knew what the battle cry meant. And David runs up there and let's say their battle cry is that, that la 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 la. Let's say that's it. And he runs up there and starts going la 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 la. Bro, everybody knows what that means. I don't think y'all picturing this, man. It says, and David rose up early in the morning, left his sheep with the keeper, and took and went as Jesse has commanded him. He came to the trench. What does Dad tell him to do?
Give the cheese to the captain and the bread.
Did he tell him to go to the freaking trench? Did he say go to the trench and do a battle cry? Is that what he told him to do?
No.
I don't know. Sounds like that's what he went to go do first, though. Man, dude. He said, look, and came to the trench as the host was going forth to the fight and shouted for the battle. He did a battle cry, bro. It was a blast. It's the trumpet sound. Everyone thinks that the trumpet's just going to be a trumpet. Yet the trumpet is blown every day by every believer here. And everybody is so stuck on their carnal mind. They picture in a trumpet like that's all the trumpet is. No, you missed it. You are missing it. It's here and now in every believer. The trumpet, the voice of God. Does God live on the inside of us or not?
Yes.
Okay. So when we speak and we're speaking the word of God, is it a trumpet or not?
Yes.
So when God spoke and the people heard a trumpet, so God don't speak in nobody today then. So that there's no trumpets here. It's only in Revelation. When we get to Revelation, that's when the trumpets come out. What? What? What are you reading? What are you telling people you're reading? They're waiting for something to happen. My friend, you're never going to stop waiting. You're going to keep waiting. It ain't never going to happen like that. It's here and it's now. The good news is now. The trumpet is now. The war is over. No, the flesh and the spirit, my friend. Your spirit is alive. The war is over. It's over. You keep lying to people and telling them the war's not over, you're holding them back. You're not allowing them to be part of the land. You keep making them believe that one day, God almighty, one day, can you imagine the slaves in America when they were set free? There were people still telling them, one day you'll be free. Did you know that? Does anybody know that? There were people telling them one day.
Yep, Juneteenth, right?
Well, I don't want to get into the specifics. I just want to prove the point. It is true that there were people that were telling slaves after they were free, y'all will be free one day. Bro, one day. I don't know how people are not seeing this. There is no longer one day. It's already happened. You're free. You've been set free. And there's people telling you if you're good enough, one day. No, bro. So the slaves, they had to be good enough. The slaves had to be good. If you work hard enough, it'll be one day. No, bro, that's not how they didn't have to earn their salvation, bro. No, they were set free. It's just people didn't like it. So they told them one day, man, y'all doing a good job. One day, kind of like the gladiators. Y'all remember the gladiators? It's real. It's real. You can earn your freedom. That was true. You think they had to question whether they were free or not? They knew. When they were set free, they knew they were no longer in that group of men going and fighting every day. They knew if they did well in the battle, they would be set free and they would be known as a valiant murderer, pretty much. That wasn't the case. Even people at war, they stay in trenches for 5 or 10 years thinking the war's not over, but they didn't know it was over. Someone found them and said, hey, what are y'all doing in here? So, we're fighting the war. We're waiting for the enemy. We were told not to leave until someone comes, or it was sure death. And they're like, bro, the war's been over for 5 years. You know, some of them people didn't, in Vietnam. They didn't want to leave. That's a true story. Today, these are the people that tell you the law and the commandments. I'm going to do what Jesus said. Not what Paul said. I'm going to do what Jesus said. Because they're the ones in fear. They're still in the trench fighting. Oh, and they're so good at telling you you're still in the fight because they bring up sin. They bring all these things up, except for the good news that came out of the wilderness, that came straight to the trench and did a battle cry. They don't tell you that for some reason. They leave that out. But if you bring it up, they'll say, oh, yeah, that happened. But let me tell you about your sin. Bro, these people are so good at what they do. They should be car salesmen, every one of them, bro. Every one of them. They don't tell you about the cheese and the corn and the loaves of bread. They don't tell you about any of that. They just tell you you need it. You need the corn. You got to eat, don't you? Don't you want to eat? They're like, yeah, we're hungry. But God gave us. No, David didn't bring us nothing. Shut up. Go plant. You need to go plant and work for your corn. You need to churn that butter. Work for your cheese. You need to make your own bread. Nah, bro. Nah. No.
Oh, David was freely giving it to them.
Well, we're not there yet, Christian. Mute your mic. Mute your mic, Christian. Get excited by yourself. Stay muted and just be fed, bro. Do some jumping jacks. Matter of fact, while I'm talking about this, get on the ground, do some push-ups, for God's sakes. Just keep doing them until you can't do them no more. Just keep doing them. You and God have y'all thing going on. Don't let me ruin it, because I'm going to ruin it for you, Christian. I'm going to ruin it. Because you don't know how to tell your flesh to shut up, so I'm going to have to do it. And you're going to be mad at me. But that's okay. Right now, you and God, y'all have y'all's thing. Don't mind me. Trust me, the trot part's not needed, bro. So don't let me intervene. I will. I'm telling you right now, I will do it. So he said, and David rose up early in the morning, left the sheep with a keeper, like a man of God does, and took and went as Jesse had commanded him, and came to the trench as the host was going forth to fight, and he conducted a battle cry. He conducted a battle cry, bro. Mm-hmm. It said, for Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army. Okay, so what does that mean? Put the battle in array.
They were in formation.
Yeah, okay, but that's funny because up here it says, now Saul and they and all of them of Israel were in the valley of Elah fighting with the Philistines. Let me just say this. I understand it sounds great, like if everybody's standing there were some people fighting, bro. If you know the history of these people, they were fighting. That doesn't mean that they were fighting in the masses, but I'm telling you right now, they were fighting, bro. But the whole point was because Goliath was brought forth to say, hey, we don't have to do this. Just bring your champion on. And everybody wants to believe that nobody was swinging sword. I'm sitting here telling you these people hated each other. If you go look at historical facts, brother, it was bad. They called the Philistines straight up dogs. Let me tell you something. Today, you call soldiers a dog, they'll laugh. They're not going to care. But let me tell you something. Back in those days, the Philistines knew that the Jews called them dogs. They knew, and they hated it. That's why Goliath said, what? Come to me like I'm a dog? You come to me with staves? Bro, the Philistines called them dogs to their face. Despicable human being, nothing, trash, straight trash. They did not like each other. Bro, they hate each other to this day, bro. They're fighting over there. They can't stop it. They can't stop fighting. And America's like, we'll make y'all stop. All right, y'all need to behave. They're like, all right, we'll be good for about a week. Then after that, they're back at it. It's like Christian knows how to tell his flesh to be quiet for one day, and the next day he's a victim again. He just can't help it. But it's all right. We're going to square him away. Got you, bro. Got you. Said, where the heck was I? 21, yeah. All right, army against army. All right, 22, it says, and David left his carriage in the hand of a keeper of the carriage and ran into the army and came and saluted his brethren. So the first thing he does is a battle cry. It's the first thing he does. Oh, man, what'd I do right there? And then he ran and found his brothers, pretty much. All right, it says, and he talked with them. Behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath. Now go look up Gath. Go look up Gath. What does Gath mean? Somebody.
Gath means... I'll scroll down. Sorry, I'm having a...
You don't have to just be you. Somebody, ain't nobody else got anything open? Man.
Sorry, I'm useless today.
Well, whoever, it don't matter.
Gath means wine press.
Somebody confirm that. I need somebody to confirm that. Wine press. Let's see.
It means wine press.
It is.
Yeah, so it says Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name. So we got wine press, and we got the name, which is exile. So he's from, quote unquote, the wine press, but his name is Exile, right? Right? Hello.
Right.
Well,
right.
exile and splendor.
Yeah, but what does that word mean?
What?
What do you mean, what? You said 2 words.
Splendor?
Yeah, what does that word mean?
Well, I mean, splendor has a positive connotation. It's like the pride of, or the jewel of, or something.
Right,
like that,
bro. The pride of being exiled. Right? Right? Pride of the flesh. Pride. The glorious, prideful, look at me. So what's being splendorous? Exile is. Do you understand? A person who God is going to give over to a reprobate mind is someone that loves being separated from God. They splendor in their gold apparel, their gold and red and scarlet. They splendor in it. But that's why Jesus said, you're like whitewashed tombs. Your lips have my name in it, but your heart is far from me. So they splendor in themselves. For their belly is their God. They're their own God. That's why his name is pointing to splendorous exilation. Not with God, separate from God. And they glorify in it. They love it. Right? And it just so happens that he's from a place called Gath, which means wine press. So when David said, whoever takes the Jebusites first shall be captain, and the Jebusites, that name Jebusite means what? Does anybody remember?
Did we just read that? Is this in this, or is it somewhere else? I just got that thing drop, if you saw it.
Yeah. Christian, just come back up in a few minutes. It's over here saying that Christian was given hate speech, and I don't recall him saying anything hateful unless I missed it. Did somebody hear? You don't have to say it, but did someone hear him say something crazy?
I mean, it's just generally when you read the Bible, that happens.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't get it.
Oh, I'm surprised too. Trust me. I'm trying to tell you, something happened. I'm sitting there trying to tell you, bro. Hey, you want to test it? I can say the R word.
No.
No.
Bill's like, no, don't do it. Yeah, Christian, just give it a few minutes. Give it a few minutes and then request a guy. It does this all the time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll just continue. Just keep listening in. Yeah.
Got another warning. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's all right. Just hop down. Just hop down real quick. Come back in a few minutes. Just listen in. It's no big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped it.
Yeah. It's all right. It's probably gonna be another one or two. It might be me in the next 5 minutes. Yeah, Christian.
I actually, I got a phone call, but I said the R word the other day on the live, bro, and I didn't get hit. I was surprised. On accident.
Yeah. It's Christian, I said wait a few minutes, goofball. God dang. You don't follow instructions. Just stay up there now.
No, you don't have to. As long as you drop them and bring them back up, it's fine.
Yeah, as long as you drop and come back, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah,
that's true.
All right. Well, my bad. I don't know.
Somebody gets a violation, you just drop them and then you bring them right back up.
All right, Christian, stop talking about the Bible.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. I'm offending everyone.
Yeah,
actually, I'm not. Anyway.
Yeah. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. I'll stop talking about the Jesus man. That's crazy.
It's not really the Jesus man. It's the J word. When you say Juliet Echo Whiskey. When you say that, and then you combine that with the H word, the algorithm doesn't know the difference.
Ooh.
Man. Oh, we didn't even say the.
It don't matter. All right, let's move on. All right, let's not talk about it. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. All right. All right. So
as you talk with them.
Okay, so I didn't even say. Yeah, Jennifer, we know. Just get back in the box, guys. Come on, Jennifer. Come on. We all know how this is, guys. Come on, man. It's nothing new. It's nothing new.
It was so good for a while, though, Trot. Like,
I'm telling you right now, they've been gracious to me, Bubba. I'm telling you right now, there should have been for sure this year at least 3 to 5, but they just kind of. I've been muted. No, you haven't. Jennifer, can you speak? Hello.
No.
Okay.
I've been muted this whole time, so I don't know why. I don't know.
All right. Well, you're back up here. Just mute up. All right. All right. So, David said, whoever takes the Jebusites will be captain at once. Whoever takes the Jebusites first. And I'm pointing that out because Satan is always in charge of things that he's not supposed to be in charge of because he stole it. So it's not a coincidence that Goliath, which name means exiled, is in charge or from winepress. Because right now Satan has dominion. Winepress is such a huge. Where in the Bible? Let me see. Stole it? Yeah, they did. They stole it.
That's what you said. That's funny, bro.
What? What's funny about it?
Supposed to just say stole it. He stole it.
I said stole.
Country.
Oh, he stole it. Yeah, my bad. He did stole it.
He done did stole it.
He done did stole that there, right there. I tell you, I pull out my banjo. Bing, 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 and Goliath stole it yesterday. All right, so what does Jebusites mean? It's very close to winepress. Anybody? No?
Jebusites means
threshing floor or threshing ground. That's what it means.
Yeah, it means.
So notice David could not take the land because the threshing floor was being held. Couldn't take it. Goliath just so happens to represent Satan, comes from a land called the winepress. Where in the Bible, there's a few places. Let's see where we're at. Where in the Bible is Jesus being talked about that he will be put in the winepress? Does anybody know? Oh, this is.
I know it talks about like the press in the Garden of Gethsemane, but that's.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Matter of fact, let's not even move. Let's not even move until somebody finds one. I want to see.
Isaiah.
I don't know. Maybe is it where? Let's read it.
Isaiah 53.
I think 53. Yeah.
Let's read it. Somebody read it.
And 63:3.
Oh my Lord! Start reading something, Christian, for God's sakes.
I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in mine fury, and their red stuff shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment.
Okay, yeah, but I'm not giving y'all that. That's too easy. No. Heck no. It's too easy.
What?
Nah, this one's not as clear, bro, but it's saying it. Heck no.
Bruh.
Just asking for one, bro. There's one. There's multiple, but there's one that it's talking about winepress. Christ is it's talking about Christ, talking about the winepress, but it's not that clear. But yet that's what it's talking about.
Isaiah 53:10.
I don't know. Read it.
Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He has put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed. He shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hands. The bruising of him.
Okay, so but where there are you getting winepress?
Oh, you want actual winepress?
No. Let's go look. let's go look at some Hebrew there. So start from the beginning again. What does it say?
Yeah, it pleased the Lord to bruise him.
All right, there. Let's go look up the word bruise. I need somebody to be looking for another one.
It's
Deuteronomy 15.
All right, well, go study it in the Hebrew, Christian, and see if winepress is there. All right, what, Bill?
H1792.
Okay.
To crush, to be crushed, to contrite, be broken. I don't even know that word in commas. Nephal.
Okay, keep going.
N-I-P-H-A.
Keep going.
To be crushed, to be contrite. Fig in commas. Pile in commas, to crush. Pure, to pure in commas. To be crushed, be shafted. Oh no, to be shattered, to be made contrite. In commas, hithabel, to allow oneself to be crushed.
Okay, what's the root word for that? Let me see.
Root word for that is H1794. H17 itaka.
What verse are you reading now? Bill, what verse are you at? Isaiah 53 what?
53:10.
Hey, Bill,
why don't you go to 53:5? That's the one that's the same word right there. 53:5, where it says he was crushed for our iniquities.
53:5, okay.
All right,
yeah.
Well, give me it's the same Hebrew word?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yep.
H what?
The same word?
No, H.
It's what? H1792.
1792.
And the root word comes from 1794.
All right, 1792. All right, read the one that 1792. Yeah. All right, what were you going to read? You're going to read something.
No, the 1794. It comes from the 1794 is Dakar. To crush, to be crushed, to be contrite, be broken. And parentheses and commas is Cal, K-A-L. To be crushed, collapse. And then comma again, the foul, to be crushed, to be contrite, to be broken. Pile in commas is to crush down, to crush to pieces. So it's still all the same.
Yeah. Let's see.
But when you put them in a wine press, what do the wine press does? It crushes.
No, it does, because he's the new wine. Okay, so the Bible does this a lot. All right, and the one that Dre brought, which one did you bring up? Or who was it that?
53.
No. Somebody brought up New Testament. I just don't remember who it was.
Oh, I did. I brought up the crushing in Garden of Gethsemane.
Yeah, let's go there real quick. Let's go there.
What's the address?
Man, hold on. I have to look it up.
Bro. Somebody look it up.
Luke 22:44. Either that or Matthew 26:27-28. I think I'm correct, but I can't really look it up right now.
It's all right. Somebody else look it up. Somebody read it real quick so we can move on. We're taking too long.
Yeah, Matthew 26:28.
Right.
36.
What does it say?
Then cometh Jesus with them unto a place called Gethsemane.
All right.
Gethsemane.
Yeah, go look up Gethsemane. Go look that word up.
Okay.
Hey, my boy just said Jesus was in Florida, talking about some Kissimmee.
Yeah, you heard me, right? I got so accustomed to saying that. And it's Gethsemane.
Yeah, you've been debating too many Hebrew Israelites that believe America is real Israel, and now you get confused yourself.
Khan. G1068. It's an oil press.
That it? That's all it says?
Yeah, oil press.
Yeah, well, that word points to a wine press or an oil press. That's what that word, it goes back to a Hebrew word, right? And when you go look at weird places that's talking about Jesus, a carnal-minded man wants to see the name Jesus. Like an Islamic believer will say you're turning that into Jesus because they don't understand the new covenant. They don't understand that the wine press, that Goliath is from a land that means wine press.
Wine press.
Pointing again to the truth that when Joshua took over the promised land, there were kings there. And when you look at the names of the kings and the lands that they had, they all belong to God. Right? Because they're in a land they're not supposed to be. This is why the Bible talks about Jesus casting out, quote unquote, demons. You understand? Because he's casting them out of the land, the promised land, which is our heart. Our man's heart was God's until Satan stole it. So him casting demons out of men is not about stories that are supposed to spook you, that somehow a demon can come back into your land. Bro, Satan's already a defeated foe. So this whole thing, I don't know what it is. Hispanic people are the worst at this. For some reason, the demons always follow Hispanic people. Listen, if you don't want demons in your life, don't hang around Hispanic people. You'll be fine. Okay? For whatever reason, all the demons are, the Hispanic people got all the demons. Okay? Jeez, the craziest thing, bro. This stuff. Listen, man, y'all know me. I'm straight up, bro. I'm straight up. Okay, I'm gonna tell the truth. What I know is a fact. People get mad, some don't. I really don't care. Everybody has their thing. Okay, white people are sometimes on the worst side of pride than any other people. It's white people. Black people are the most gullible, easily fooled, most in their emotions out of everybody, and all the Hispanics got the demons. So you pick which one of them you want to be. It don't matter which one you pick, you're out of there. It don't matter. I don't know why people think it's better being one. No, okay, if you want to be prideful, very arrogant or whatever, choose to be white and secular. If you want to be in your emotions and be gullible and just believe all the junk you hear, be black. And if you want to be sad, crying all the time, more than anybody, said demons are chasing you around, be Hispanic. Yeah, choose your poison, or you could just be grafted into Christ and you ain't got to worry about none of that. That's why the Bible is so strongly about talking about I choose this day who I serve, and that's Christ. Not my skin color. Listen, I don't care which one you want to be, claim to be. It's easy to point out the issue that is in the culture. It's there. Comes from Satan. All right, so stop worshiping your parents and grandparents. Stop worshiping what they taught you, because I guarantee you most of it ain't right anyway. Choose God, right? The choice is yours. I said before you life and death, choose death. Oh, my bad. That's not what he says. He says choose life. But you can choose death if you want. You sure can. I'm being dead serious, though. I don't know what it is with the Hispanic people. It had to have been maybe from Mexico or something, maybe some pagan. I don't know. I don't know where it came from.
It's honestly, I'm not throwing shade, but it's the truth. It's rooted in Catholicism, bro, at the end of the day, because they have like the whole Day of the Dead and they worship that stuff, and they still, like, think about it. If you believe that dead saints come to you and say, hello, how you doing, buddy? I'm here to take all your prayers, then you actually have to believe that demons come as well. Like, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
You can't believe one and not the other.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why they gotta throw the holy water on you. But I just, before I lose it, I just wanted to say, Trot, when you mentioned that, for any of those naysayers saying, "Oh, that's not the root word for my God, for the one thing you was talking about prior in Matthew's
Gethsemane."
Yeah, the Gethsemane. Yeah, and you're right. It's it's a root word from H 1660, which means wine press, wine vat.
Yeah, so it's not a coincidence at all that he's in what is Gethsemane called? What is that place? What is it?
Oil press.
Hold on. Yep, wine press.
No, bro.
Mount of Olives, bro.
Oil press.
No, press. It's not Mount of Olives.
Gethsemane, an oil press.
No, nobody knows.
It right here.
No, bro, I'm not talking about. No, hold on. Time out, Bill. I'm not asking how it translates into English. I'm asking you physically. Jesus is standing where?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Mount of Olives.
No, bro.
The Garden of Gethsemane was a Garden of Olives.
Yeah, I know, but it's a garden. I'm the word that y'all aren't saying is the most important one. Garden.
That's the garden.
Nah, it's the most important. It's the most important word. It's the most important word.
Dre,
garden.
That was a reach, that one is a reach. I ain't gonna lie.
I was real deep thinking too. I was real deep thinking like, what was he thinking?
Garden. Golly, man. Garden. Again, he's in a garden. He's in a garden, and these things are happening in the garden again. Y'all can mess with me if you want. That word, if that word's not used, it can mess up what's actually happening here. It happens in a garden again. Adam fell in a garden. The cup was being brought to Jesus in the garden. And after they put him on the cross, he was buried and resurrected in a garden. I'm just saying, bro, the word matters. Okay. I'm not trying to be funny, I promise. All right. And then let me see.
No, we know the word matters. It's the way you were trying to get us to say garden.
I didn't want to say it.
That's how you were baiting us, bro.
Oh, well, I didn't want to say it.
I felt like he was being a little petty there.
No, I just think
just as petty as I am. I don't care what nobody says.
Heck no, bro. Some of the stuff you be petty about. Heck no.
We might have different pet peeves, but you're just as petty.
Well, everybody can have a pet peeve, but when a person is petty, that means listen, we're talking about the Bible. Bro, there ain't no other way. You're trying to get something in somebody's head, you have to be petty. So, you know what? You want to be a good soldier in basic training? If that drill sergeant ain't petty, you ain't going to be a good soldier, period. Let's see. Where are we at, man?
Well, we were at
garden.
You wanted me to read?
We're in the garden.
Are you talking about the next verse? Because that was
in the garden of
Gethsemane. Luke.
Yeah. Oh, because we're talking about wine press. Gethsemane. We're talking about the garden. The garden. Yeah. Okay. So, wait a minute. Oh, my bad. I was about to say, dude. Yeah. All right. So I'm pointing at. Remember, the question is, Christians like, hey, David brought all these goodies. Okay. Well, before we get to the goodies, let's look at the entirety of this situation here. You got a man who is the captain, the leader of this big old military over here. And I don't mean king. I'm saying he's the one that's running it. David says, hey, whoever defeats the Jebusites first shall be captain. And it just so happens that their name is threshing floor or threshing ground. When you look at Gideon is afraid. He's hiding the food in the threshing floor or the threshing ground, and God comes up to him while he's in fear and calls him a man of valor. On and on, you'll see the threshing floor, the threshing ground. Matter of fact, Ruth went to Boaz. Where was he?
At the gate.
Oh my God! Get off! Get off, Christian. Christian, I'm telling you, you did it again. You answer way too fast, bro. You're not thinking about what I'm asking. When Ruth came and covered his feet, there's two kind of coverings. There's two coverings in the Bible. What are they?
Nakedness, the sin, the covering of sin.
No, not nakedness, covering feet. There's two covering feet in the Bible. What are they?
Oh, man, it's
What do you mean two covering feet? What do you mean? You mean like the gospel or
Redeemer, the Redeemer?
No, I'm talking. All right, so one. Listen, one covering of the feet is when a person is using the restroom. Okay, in the Bible, the covering of the feet. That's one. The other covering of the feet is pointing to redemption. That's what it's pointing to. There's two. Okay, so
I'm tracking.
All right, so when Ruth went and it says she covered his feet. It's not saying, who was that? Cornerstone, would you say? Well, there are 2 feet. Each one must be covered. Cornerstone goofy. Cornerstone, he does the same goofy stuff that we do. Like he knows how to like have fun with like the most simplest. You gotta be able to appreciate that with someone when they're able to take something like so minute and just, have fun with it, I can always appreciate that in somebody, where they can be like, have a dry sense of humor or like say, well, there are 2 feet. They both got to be covered. Most people will just call it corny and then not even see the humor in it. But you gotta appreciate the small humorous things that people throw out there because it just shows like comfortability, like they're comfortable that they can say something like that and not, unlike Christian, we just attack him and kick him out of the room. But everybody else, though, it's different. All right, Christian, so what was I getting at? Christian.
The 2 coverings of the feet?
Yeah, right. But why am I bringing that up right now?
It's where she covered his feet at, Christian. I'll give you hints.
Yeah, Christian, if you gotta go look it up, then go look it up, bro, because I ain't gonna tell you. So go back to Ruth, Boaz and Ruth, go to the book of Ruth, and find out where was Boaz. Give us the verse and read it, and then tell us what it's talking about.
Sorry, I started reading out loud. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Wait, he was in the field.
You want your food?
What is it?
Not the field belonging to Boaz.
You're in the wrong place.
No.
All right, I'm coming. All right, where are we at?
Think about what we're talking about.
Somebody find it and give him the freaking verse. Why do I see?
Like chapter 3, verse 4, Christian. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's not a lot of help. It's Genesis 3:7.
It's 3. Okay.
3:14.
And she lay at his feet.
It's Matthew 4:6.
Rose up before one could know another, and he said, "Let it not." This is not it.
Go back a little bit, and it's going to say where he was laying that she lay at his feet.
It's right there between Genesis and Revelation, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's so
exactly.
hard.
Right between there.
Somebody give him the verse to start at so he can get to there. Like, just give him 2 verses.
Chapter 3, verse 1. Just start at verse 1.
Just start at verse 1.
I was going to say, just go to 4. Just go to
1.
Okay.
Just go to 1.
So I'm going to read it.
Go. Start.
Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said unto her, My daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well with thee?
All right, right there. I got to say it. All right, right there. So he says, I'm seeking rest for you. Ain't that what she said?
Yes.
All right. Whose name is rest in the Bible?
Noah.
Huh? Noah. Who built the ark?
Noah.
And the ark represents what?
Rest built the ark.
That's right. But the ark, the boat represents what?
The heart of God.
The heart of God. Right. So Jesus said, I go to do what?
Prepare a place for you.
To prepare a place for you. Who prepared the ark?
Noah.
Rest. So rest said, I go to prepare a place. Where is he going to prepare a place?
The heart of God.
The heart of God. And Naomi said to Ruth, what'd she say, Christian?
My daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee?
All right, so she's seeking rest for her, which is God's heart.
Yes.
It's God's heart. That's the place she's seeking. All right, and what did she tell her to do?
That it may be well with thee, and now is not Boaz of our kindred, with whose maidens thou wast. Behold,
all right. Now somebody go look up Boaz's name. Somebody look up his name and tell me what it means. Let us know when you find it. Keep reading.
He winnoweth. What did you do? Why am I losing my point? And now is not Boaz of our kindred, with whose maidest thou wast. Behold, he winnoweth barley tonight in the threshing floor. Wash thyself, therefore, and anoint thee, and put thy raiment upon thee, and get thee down to the floor, but make not thyself known unto the man until he shall have done eating and drinking.
Keep going.
And it shall be, when he lieth down, that thou shalt mark the place where he shall lie, and thou shalt.
Okay, hold on. So go read that again. Read that again. What?
And it shall be, when he lieth down, that thou shalt mark the place
where he shall lie. When he lies down, mark the place. Is that what it says?
Yes.
So when Boaz, now what does Boaz's name mean?
Fleetness.
Huh?
Fleet. F-L-E-E-T.
Okay, yeah, you can use fleet. There's a better way to say it. Somebody give me the word in English. What does fleetness mean?
I got strength and swiftness.
Okay, we can use the word now. So the word that Nina said is talking about speed, swift, quickly, right?
Right.
All right, so watch this. David was told, take all this stuff over there. What's the first thing he did before he went to his brothers?
Battle cry.
He did a battle cry. No? Okay. David said, whoever takes the threshing floor first shall be captain. And the Bible tells us who did it. Starts with a J. It's not Jesus.
I mean, Jesus?
Oh, my God. No. See? You weren't. You did it again, Christian. You're too fast, bro. Critical thinking, bro. Slow down. That's why I said it's not Jesus right before you said Jesus. Who was it? Who took the threshing floor?
Joshua.
No. My God, have mercy. No.
Jacob.
Oh, my God. Nobody remembers.
Who took the threshing floor?
I want to say it, but
say it if you know it, for God's sakes. If you don't know it, go look it up. Huh?
Okay. I'm going to look.
Joseph?
Oh, my God.
Well, it's not Jeremiah.
I remember it being Jehu. It's not Jehu.
Is it Jebusite? Jebusite?
No, that's who he beat. No, that's who he beat.
Yeah, we're gonna get a whole new panel. I'm dropping everybody.
All right. So I'm not giving the answer, bro. I'm not giving the answer. Let's go. No, let's go look at it. I need you to go find when David said, whoever defeats the Jebusites first shall be captain. And I bring this up on purpose all the time because
Joab.
Right. Okay. Where's it at? Prove it. Prove it. Where's it at? Prove it.
We just went to it the other day.
No, prove it right now. No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Prove it.
I can't right now.
Somebody find it then. I want someone to find
somebody get it for me, please.
Somebody find it when David said, whoever defeats the Jebusites first shall be captain, and it says, and so went up first and became captain. Who is this so-and-so?
It's in First Chronicles 11:6.
Yeah, it's in Chronicles.
It's in First Chronicles 11:6.
Read it.
Where it says, and I quote, and David said, whosoever smiteth the Jebusites first shall be chief and captain. So Joab, the son of Zeruiah, went first up and was chief.
Okay, so Joab became captain. What does Joab's name mean?
Joab's name means... It means Jehovah is Father.
Yeah, that's what it means. Jehovah is Father. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Because that is a secret.
Jesus is the Father.
Well, listen, it's not simple, okay? But the Bible tells you who everybody is, but you just got to slow down. So this person whose name is Jehovah is Father, this person, Joab, is the one that goes up and becomes captain. I go over this when I talk about the secret captain, and it's pointing to Jesus, because Jesus is the one that defeats exile at the winepress. Do you understand? Goliath is holding on to the winepress that Jesus has to have in order to be pressed. The Jebusites are holding on to the threshing floor. And in order for love to be king, the threshing floor has to be taken. David, love, beloved, whoever takes the threshing floor, whoever defeats the Jebusites, shall be captain. And it was Jesus. What we see David doing, that he's bringing cheese and bread to the brethren, but the first thing he does is he gives a battle cry, which is the trumpet. He gives a roar like the lion. After this one, we'll move on. Somebody find me where the lion roars. And I'm not talking about a story where you just see a lion roaring. Roar. No. I'm talking about a very specific roaring. I'll give you a minute to find it. If you don't, we're just going to move on, because this one may not be as easy for...
Give it to me one more time, Trot.
Oh, my gosh.
We're going to the Lion King.
Yeah.
Going to the Lion King, got it. Actually, I'm going to make a video with that soundtrack. It's actually going to be pretty cool. I haven't made it yet, but I will. And what did you say about the lion, Trot?
Well, if you didn't hear everything else I said, it ain't going to matter. I'm talking about the battle cry. I want to see where a lion does a battle cry. I'm just going to make it simple like that.
Somebody could find it for me in Daniel.
When Jesus said the kingdom of heaven has arrived.
No, it's more parabolic language.
So, do it have to be in Kings, or do you mean just...
I don't think this is going to be easy to find. Okay, but y'all should know.
All right, well.
All right, let me just... okay, no, go ahead. Go ahead. What?
I was going to say, I got Job 3:16, but...
Okay, well, so, all right. Well, hold on. So what does Peter say about the prophet Joel? What am I saying that the trumpet...
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. All right. What am I saying that the trumpet is in the entire Bible? What is it?
Word. The good news.
Okay. All right. So the trumpet sound somewhere, bro. And Peter is telling people, guys, this is what the prophet Joel said.
Upper room when
they started speaking in tongues. Spirit.
Yeah.
Acts chapter 2.
Yeah, that is when Jesus actually did the battle cry we see David doing right here. Right?
When he started speaking in tongues?
Christian, for God's sake.
You talking on the day of Pentecost? Okay.
Yeah, Pentecost. All right, so somebody go to Joel, and I don't remember exactly where it's at. It's probably chapter 2 or 3.
Last chapter.
3:16.
I don't know. Read it. Read it.
The Lord shall also... do you got it, Jennifer?
Yeah.
He said,
okay.
The one where he says, I will pour out my spirit on all flesh.
Well,
no. Hold on. No, it talks
Lord
about. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm talking about. It describes a roaring lion. So, Dre is bringing up what Peter was pointing out. I'm pointing out a very specific roaring that takes place. But I don't know if what Jay, can you just read what you're saying, because you still ain't read it.
It says, the Lord also shall roar out of Zion and order his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and earth shall be shaken, and the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel.
Yeah, that's it right there. He roared at Zion. That's when his battle cry took place, right? So remember, David did a battle cry, okay? He did a battle cry, but that was not the battle cry that everybody heard. What battle cry did David do that they actually heard? Huh? And when I say heard, I mean understood, like, oh, okay.
When he talked to Goliath directly.
Well, when he cut his head off. When he cut his head off, everyone's like, oh, okay, we get it. Do you think anybody took his little battle cry serious when he went up there and you think anybody was like, oh, the champion is here? Ain't nobody take him serious, bro. Ain't nobody take him serious. But he gave the food to everybody, and then he chopped the head off. Jesus said, I am the bread of life. And he fed everybody, and then he crushed that head. Same thing. Same thing. And obviously, I could talk about that forever, but I can't because we got to move on because I got to go. All right. So, and it says, let me see. All right. Now, all that just to point out the wine press and the threshing floor. And it's all over the Bible. I've been talking about them two things for like an hour. All right. And it says, and as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines. And he spake according to the same words, says, and spake according to the same words, and David heard them. So he keeps repeating himself. And this time, David heard it. Because David ain't heard it yet. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him and were sore afraid. When Moses threw down a staff and it became a snake, what did Moses do? Man.
He threw his snake down. He threw his rod down.
He threw the rod down. The rod turned into a snake and it ate the other two.
No. When God said, what is that in your hand? He said, it's a staff. And he said, throw it to the ground. And when he did, what did Moses do? All right, let's just go to it. That's all right. Let's just go to it. Somebody, let's go to the burning bush.
Exodus.
All right, let's just go there. And I want to get to the part where Moses throws the staff on the ground and just start reading from there.
Okay. It is Exodus 3:1. Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro.
Oh my God, no, bro, no. Further than that. Go to
what? And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in the flame of
the bro, go to 6.
Oh. Moreover, he said, I am the God of thy father.
All right, go to
Abraham.
Bro, can you just go to where the staff is being thrown on the ground? Because it ain't at 1 or 2, bro. I'm not saying you're not at the story. I'm just telling you to get to the rod.
It's actually in 4. Can I help you?
Yes. Shemot 4, 1 through 5, bro.
Yeah.
Moses answered and said, but behold, they will not receive me.
Oh my God.
No, it says right here in verse 4, bro. It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, put forth thine hand and take it by the
Hold on, no. Go to a verse before that.
Okay.
Yeah, verse 2.
Okay. And the Lord said unto him, what is that in thine hand? And he said, a rod. And he said, cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent, and Moses fled from...
Right there. And Moses did what? So what happened when it turned into a snake? What did Moses do?
He fled.
He fled.
He's like, oh.
All right. So it says, let's say, the words. All right, so David heard them. So 24, this is 1 Samuel 17:24. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him and were sore afraid. Ain't that how Moses was acting? When he saw a serpent? Right? Yep. What does the Bible say how we're going to react when we actually see this serpent? What does it say?
That's it? This thing?
Is that how everybody acts today? That's it?
No.
That's not how everybody acts today. They run from it. That's because they allow their five senses to dictate what they should be and not be afraid of. Okay. It says they're so afraid. It says, and the man of Israel said, have you seen this man that is come up surely to defy Israel? Is he come up? And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches and will give him his daughter and make his father's house free in Israel. And David spake to the man that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth Philistine? Okay, so we don't have to go over that part, because what we're really pointing at is Christian wants to know, what is this that he's bringing? What is this representing? That's what we're going over. But in order for any of that to really stick, I had to go over all this. And half of it, nobody was saying what anything was, so we had to go look it up for an hour and a half, because it's not rooted yet. It's not rooted. This stuff has to be rooted. You understand? You don't see me getting all my chat GBT. My camera's open. It's rooted. I am what I'm talking about. I'm it. I am already it. It's already rooted. The harvest is already there. I already became what this is already. And you become what this is as the harvest grows. You become it. You don't just, it's not head knowledge so you can repeat it. You are it. I don't have to hardly ever have to look at notes or anything. Every once in a while, if I don't know where a verse is, I'll type it in to find the verse real quick just for time. But you become this thing. You become it. All right. So now let's go back to what was asked so we can actually talk about it, for God's sakes. All right. So 1 Samuel 17, David is told, hey, take this parched corn and these 10 loaves and take them to your brother. And it says, and take these cheeses, these 10 cheeses, and he says, and give them to the one that's in charge of the 1,000. So when David showed up, did he bring good or bad news?
For the battle? Good news. He had supplies.
What supplies?
The parched grain and the bread.
All the food. Cheese. All the food, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he brought good news, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And he was supposed to bring back good news to his dad, right?
Yep.
All right. So when the spies went into the land of Canaan, they were supposed to bring back good news.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So after everything we went over, is it a coincidence that what they brought back was a big cluster of grapes?
No, because
why not?
The wine press.
All right. Right. There you go. Right. Because the new wine, the wine press, right?
Yes.
Okay. So they bring back a big cluster of grapes on a staff, which both of them are representing Christ. So what did they bring back from the land? Christ.
A good report.
A good report.
Christ, yeah.
That's what they brought back. But nobody recognized it except for those two. Nobody recognized it. Which means the only one that can bring good news back is Yeshua, which so happens to be one of the guys' name, Joshua. Joshua happened to bring back good news. And the other person's name happens to mean dog.
Like a Gentile.
Right. So who you have fighting here for this land happens to represent love, who is God, David, and a dog. No, we don't see it. We don't see it.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, I would certainly affirm that Goliath is the dog, but he's not participating in bringing good news back.
No, brother. Not saying he's participating.
The only reason I said that is because Caleb's name means dog. That's why I said that.
Why? Why does Caleb's name mean dog?
He was a Gentile.
Can we prove that? Can we prove it?
Let me find it.
Yeah, it can be proven because he doesn't come from any of the 12 tribes.
I know, but can we prove it? Can we prove it?
Yeah, it's in the scripture. It says he doesn't come from one of the 12
I know, but
tribes.
we got to prove it. We can't just be saying stuff. You know how people are going to say you're over spiritualizing it.
Well,
Dre's about to be like, yeah, well, too bad for them.
Jay's like, oh my God. He's like, I'm tired of talking about we're just over spiritualizing it. Like, even though it tells you it tells you it does 100%.
Well, Caleb isn't the Caleb in Numbers, I don't think.
All right, who's going to find it? Because if we can't find it, I'm going to go. And people want me to go over Daniel and Ezekiel and Revelation, and we've been talking about this for 2 hours. We can't even finish 10 verses. And they're like, hey, let's talk about. I was like, you want to talk about that? And then they get mad at me. Well, fine, get mad. How about this? You got the Holy Spirit. You go do the math yourself. You'll find it.
Nah.
You'll find out then. You don't need me. You'll find out. You got the Holy Spirit. It's okay.
Genesis 15:19. Somebody read it, please.
Somebody read. What is it, Dre?
Bereshit 15:19. Genesis 15:19.
You keep on cutting out for me. I don't know. All I heard was
Genesis capítulo 15, versículo 19.
Genesis 15:19, right? That's what you said?
Yeah, read that.
Okay, the Kenites and the Kenizzites and the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Rephaims and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Girgashites and the Jezebites.
Right. So it talks about the Kenites, and that's the tribe that Joshua comes from, which is a Gentile nation, the Kenizzites. So it doesn't specifically say they're not going to specifically find where it says that Joshua was a Gentile, but it does say that he comes from that tribe, which that tribe in Genesis 15:19 proves that it was a Gentile tribe.
Yeah, the point is, it's not a coincidence that Yeshua, and a dog, okay, which is pointing to man. It's not a coincidence that Joshua goes with a man, listen, to the promised land and gets him to believe, hey, we should take a big cluster of grapes back. That's not what it says. It doesn't say that Joshua made him believe that. Bro, I don't know what Bible you're reading, but I am telling you that ministering to a man, it's all based on words. Everywhere. It's always people talking and believing things. And we're just going to say that out of nowhere, like nobody needed to talk or nothing. Joshua and Caleb just said, hey, man, let's take that just together naturally, like no problem. Fine. Go ahead and say that. It still does not disrupt the truth. But I'm 100% going to say that it's always Yeshua, always him that plays a part in getting people to hear truth and do what is according to God's will, so God's will can happen. And so I 100% believe that it was Joshua that told Caleb, hey, Caleb, let's take this big cluster of grapes. And Caleb believed what he said and said, oh, man, that's a good idea. Why? Because Gentiles are dogs. And it literally takes the truth from a tree of life to get a dog to do what needs to be done. Nothing can happen without Christ. It's not going to happen. And so they took these two men because of one of their names, meaning Yeshua. Oh, hold on a second.
Nina, can you read Joshua 14:14? That's the connection. I didn't get a chance to finish it.
14, I got you. 14 or 4?
Try's gonna say it. Let me say something. Let me just say this.
He said 14. Oh, 14. Hebron, Hebron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, however you say that, the Kenizzite, unto this day, because that he.
Yeah. So Caleb is the son of a Kenizzite.
Yep.
There you go.
Boom. Done.
Yeah, Google's AI is cooked. They're like, oh, he was from the tribe of Judah.
Hey, Dre sound like he done lost all his patience, don't he?
I have. I lose it pretty quick, actually. After a while, I was like, oh, my goodness.
He sound like he done for the day.
It is done for him.
But you got to remember, too, like, in Judaism and, like, Jewish tradition, like, when a Gentile comes in, like, they kind of, like, get, like, adopted by a tribe. So it's not like far-fetched that they call Joshua from the tribe of Judah, even though his father was a Kenizzite.
Right.
Y'all had me crying with the who took the wine press for David. Oh my God, y'all had me crying laughing.
Stop it! Don't bring it back up, please. Don't.
All right, where are we at? My bad. I thought my dogs were being attacked out there by a coyote. I don't know what that was. Where we at? Huh?
Oh. We were just waiting on you, Trot.
Oh, man. All right, let's see. Okay. So Joshua goes into a land, the land of Canaan, which is a promised land, which is their land, right? So obviously we already know that the promised land's already been taken, right? That's why the Goliath is there yelling. They want the land back. The land's already been taken. So it's not that the promised land needs to be taken over again. No. The promised land is representing what? What is Israel representing? I'm going to stop asking questions. All right. The promised land is representing Eden.
The heart.
The garden, right. That's what it's representing.
I'll say the garden.
Yeah, that's what it's representing. When people say, no, it's not. God, listen, if I had 20 hours, I could at least help you explain it. I'm just getting straight to the jugular. So the promised land itself is representing the Garden of Eden. That's what it's representing. The earth around it is representing the earth. That's what it's representing. Adam and Eve were supposed to spread the garden into the earth. Okay, I'm not going to get into the details of that. If you're not there yet, fine. Instead of persecuting me, go read more, go study, find it to be true. You'll see it. The point is, the Nephilim are not finished yet. Okay, now if you don't understand that, there's a teaching, and I know for a fact that it's clear, and it's on YouTube, and it's titled "The End of the Nephilim." Okay, so if you haven't heard that or you have questions on why I'm saying what I'm saying, just go look at that. You'll see it to be true. But what we do see is the earth. There are still, quote unquote, people that are on the earth that have to be defeated. Okay? Now, the garden itself is good. The people are there. Right? When Jesus went to heaven, it tells us that he went to heaven to sprinkle his own blood on the altar. Yes or no? Are we there yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So once that's taken over, once that is back, no more thorns, but now fruit. Now, fruits of the Spirit are able to be inside of a man because of the promised land. Who is Christ? He is the promised land. It's him. And now, the next step, which is the earth to be what? What does God tell Adam and Eve to do?
Subdue it.
Subdue it. Okay, so now we have authority in this world because it's given back to us. Now we're back at the standing where Adam and Eve was when they were told to be fruitful and multiply. We are supposed to multiply in this world what's already in us. God walks in our heart in the cool of the day. Why? Because we've taken shade under his tree, not shade under the other tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which is Satan, the liar. If I were to ask questions about this, we'd be on here for another 2 hours. All right, so just to get to that point, so now there's still places in this world that lands, right? The wine press and all these things, but they represent things that already belong to God. They already belong to him. And it just so happens that there's a man from this land, and his name means exile. That's what it means. And not only that, it means like glorious exile. And he's calling out the champion to come out. Okay? But we're going to go over real quick, and I'm going to have to do this pretty quick, so forgive me. But Jesse tells David, and somebody look up Jesse's name. What does Jesse's name mean?
He possesses.
Is that the only thing? Let me see.
No, there's a couple other things, but I looked that up earlier.
Somebody else help him out.
I possess.
You said Jesus sprinkled his own blood in heaven. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I am.
That might not be all the way true.
All right, well, y'all go study it out. I don't got time. That's just Dre trying to get me to talk about. We'll be on here for 4 days straight. All right.
And then extant, which means being, existence, substance, there is or are, is the root.
Yeah, but he possesses, and I don't know. I got another thing in my head. Is that
that's literally all that I have. That's everything.
All right. First of all, it doesn't ruin nothing. I'm just kind of. All right. Anyway, either way, so Jesse tells David, all right, here's some corn, here's some loaves, give that to your brothers. He said, but the one that's in charge, give them 10 cheeses. Right? He said, parched corn and loaves, give to your brothers, but the cheese give to the one that's in charge.
The head honcho.
Yeah. Why? Why are they separate like that? Anybody? Nobody. It's the difference between milk and honey. So to the babies, give them bread and parched corn. But to ones that are in charge, give them cheese. Cheese is not just milk. It's churned. It's matured. It's a little bit further along, the cheese is, from the milk.
Hey, Jesse means wealthy. I don't know if that's the one you were looking for.
No, I don't. Oh, well, first of all, I'm not asking for the name because it's going to make this huge difference in the story. I just didn't remember what it was. That's really the reason why I was asking.
It does mean wealthy though. I
don't remember. I don't remember. But either way, notice that he tells them the one that's in charge, give them this. but to the others, give them parched corn and 10 loaves. Okay, so milk and honey, it is a difference between babies and mature, okay? Babies and mature people. And the ones that are in charge, he says, give them 10 cheeses. And then to his brethren and everybody else, he says, give them parched corn and 10 loaves, okay? He's saying, feed them both, but the ones that are in charge, they're going to have to be fed something a little bit different. Why? Because they're the ones in charge. They're the ones that's in charge. I'm not going to go any depth of that, but you need to go study that out and see what that is. Very important that he gives them something different. But he still brings back good news to both of them. Do you understand? If you're giving a baby good news by giving him milk, he's happy. But if you put a steak in a baby's mouth, that's not good news to them. They're looking for the nipple. Right? Paul said, man, I was going to give you some meat, but you're still in need of milk. He couldn't bring them any further good news because they were still carnal. They were arguing about Trinity and oneness their whole life. He's trying to get them to eat something deeper. You are talking about Trinity and oneness, whether people should be raised from the dead or not. The baby steps of Jesus. Are you saved or not? You got the Holy Spirit? Nuh-uh. I got the Spirit. Nuh-uh. You can't teach them nothing. Are they saved? Yeah, they're saved. But they're too worried about calling each other fake teachers and wolves in sheep's clothing. They're killing each other. And he's like, oh my, I was trying to actually get y'all to learn something. Hey, where you going? Okay. All right. Yeah, I love you too. So while y'all sitting there calling each other heretics, and I was like, can you just picture, Paul holding a freaking brisket in his hand like, guys, no, literally, I have a lot to give. But I mean, I swear I'll eat this all by myself.
He's got a brisket, an oxtail, and everything.
Everything.
It's all right there.
All right here. Y'all want a bite? What are you talking about? Listen, hold on, Paul. Hold on, guys. Hold on, Paul. Hold on. Is God 3 or 1? I could just see Paul just tearing his clothes. Oh, my Lord. Y'all are still talking about that.
No, they was coming in there. They was like, oh, Paul's coming in town. I don't listen to Paul. I only listen to Apollos. You don't know what he's talking about.
Who is that? Paul? No, hold on, bro. Apollo said, oh, my God. Apollo said, guys, whether or not it belongs on this foundation, number one, nobody lays the foundation but me. But whoever lays upon it will be tried by fire. Why are you sitting here arguing about it? He said, are you not still carnal? Where there's envy and strife? I don't know. You know what? I think people forgot what envy and strife is. I really do. I think that some people have made envy and strife so normal in their life, they can't even recognize it. They think it's normal. So when I say, bro, what the heck y'all arguing about? They all turn against me. Hey, get out of here, you false teacher. We know what we're doing. Oh, okay. All right. Lord have mercy. Oh, man. Listen, envy and strife is not normal. It's not normal, man. All right. Okay. Either way, so he gives them parched corn. If you don't know, parched corn, guys, if you dry up corn, you can actually just eat it like that. You don't have to pop it like popcorn. You don't have to steam it. If you dry corn good enough, you can just eat on. Y'all don't know, anybody know what a corn nut is?
Yep, I've had them.
Bro, that is parched corn. Parched corn is delicious. You put the right seasoning on it. What? Bro, have you never had ranched corn nuts? Oh, you're missing out. You're missing out. Ranch flavor corn nuts. I eat the whole bag, bro. You get a bag like this big. It's probably like, I don't know, might weigh a quarter pound, maybe. I swear, if I haven't eaten in 3 or 4 hours, I eat that whole bag. I'll be good for several hours. But he brings them parched corn and 10 loaves is what he brings. And he doesn't just bring 10 loaves of bread to the other people. He brings 10 cheeses to the other. And 10 in the Bible points to what? Judgment. Who's about to be judged? You think the judgment is on the people of Israel? Bro, He brought judgment, all right. He's feeding his people, and it's Philistine about to go down. Period. He's about to go down. When God's people were in Egypt, it said that in Goshen there was still light, but in all of Israel it was dark at the same time. Same thing happening here. When the word comes, it's only light to those who see it as light. When the trumpet sounds, it only sounds like it sounds like it's only a memorial to them who have heard it before, but to everybody else, it's fearful. Darkness and fearful, light and beautiful sounding. Same thing. Same thing happening right here. It's the exact same thing. So David brought good news to his people. Christ brought good news to us, but it was bad news to the other side. And David is the one that did exactly what his dad told him to do. Bring me back a report. But because David understands his father, it has to be a good report. So Jesus said, well, if I'm going to bring back a good report and I can't find a man to do it, I'll just do it myself. So he gave himself a good report. Jesus told Peter, they were trying to catch fish, and he tells them, "Did y'all catch any fish?" No. He said, "Oh, okay. Well, cast your net on the right side." So they cast the net, they pull the fish up, and when they get there, Jesus said, "Now let's eat with the fish that you caught." He gives them the credit. When you're afraid to allow Jesus to give you credit, my friend, you are living in fear. Something is wrong with your doctrine when you think that when someone receives the pat on the back from Jesus, not from man, but from Jesus, you think that this is how stupid people are. Jesus pats you on the back and says, "Oh, good job." No, Lord, not I, but you, Lord. No, bro, stop it. Listen, God does not want you coming at him like a dog that is beaten by their owner. No, absolutely not. If Trot ever was coming up to me happy, but when he gets about 3 or 4 feet from me, falls to the ground and kind of just starts scooting. If I ever see somebody's dog approach them like that, I'll know you beat your dog. And you think that's how you're supposed to act to God? No. Then you're missing it. You're missing it. You think you're here to please God. No, my friend. You're here so he can serve you. You got love in the wrong direction. You think it's based on how much you're supposed to love God. You've been fooled. And you're becoming foolish by the day, thinking that the law is there to make you come closer to God. No, you've been fooled. You've been bamboozled. No, you're here because God is love, and he shares his love. That's why you're here. That's why you're able to have fruits of the Spirit, because without him, they wouldn't be there. Not you get fruits of the Spirit by stop sinning, obey the 10 commandments, and then God will have mercy on you, and you'll have a nice heart. Man, you're a moron. Who taught you this wrong doctrine? Wrong teaching leads to wrong living. You'll be running away from every snake you come across. People who are legalistic, they don't cast out demons, they bring them. They bring the demons. But proper teaching, right teaching will lead you to right living. And you'll be at rest. You'll be at rest because the wine press has its place, the threshing floor has its place, and God's the only one that knows how to utilize them. He's the only one that knows how to utilize them. He's the only one that knows how to teach someone how to cast a net in the sea. He's the only one. And then he'll give you the credit and say, "Now let's eat with the fish that you caught." And you're like, "What? I didn't catch it." Yes, you did. It's kind of like you cast the hook in. Again, I'm talking about with your own kid or family member. It doesn't have to be a net in our world, but in the Bible, it's very specific and there's no coincidence. But You put the bait on the hook, you cast it out, and you're holding it. Your kid's holding it there, but you're actually doing it. And you see it go down, you set the hook, and you reel it all the way in until the fish is like right there. You reach down there and grab it, pick it up in the air, you put it in your kid's sun, and you take a picture, and you're like, look at the fish that my kid caught. And you know what? I'm going to go around and start calling everybody liars. You're a liar. That's how, you know what? I'm going to get just as stupid as everybody. No, your little boy didn't catch it. You're a liar. You did it. That's how dumb you sound when someone says, I brought someone to the Lord. And you go, shut up. No, you didn't. God did that. That's how dumb you sound. Yes, he did. He did bring someone to the Lord. You're so legalistic, caught up in this religious game that you would actually tell somebody, no, you didn't. Humble yourself to God. Bro, if the person didn't humble themselves to God, they would have never been able to catch the man. Don't you understand? That's how the person was able to get caught, because they're listening to God. You know what? That's what we should do. Little boys can't catch fish. Make a whole show about it. Call every dad out. Call them all liars. So I can show you how stupid you actually sound when someone says, man, I brought another one to you didn't do nothing. What, bro? People are crazy, bro. The same way that you would take a picture with your son and say, look at the fish that my son caught. The same way he does it when you catch humans, okay? I'm going to make you fisher of men. Oh, man, it's crazy, bro. You need to humble yourself. You didn't do it. God did it, bro. Listen to what you're saying, bro. You're like talking to your own brother. You know, it's kind of like you're sitting there and daddy's helping your brother catch fish, and the whole time you're over there like, as soon as dad walks away, you didn't catch that. Dad did it. You're nothing. That's what you're doing. Bro, grow the heck up, bro. Take your thumb out of your mouth, man. Let's see. Let's see. All right, anybody got anything to say? Anybody? No?
Say, I'm sorry?
Anybody got anything, man? I got to go. It's already 12:30. I was supposed to get off at 11:30.
Yeah, no, I'm
Nobody?
I'm
Nobody?
Oh, God bless.
All right, guys, remember, hey, seriously.
Bye, get off.
Do what? What?
She said, bye, get off.
Yeah, bye, get off. Have a good one. Yeah, all right, so, guys, remember, this whole week, I'm trying my hardest. I got to come on before 9. I got too much stuff to do. Anyway, all right, so let me see. I don't got nothing else to say. Nope. All right, guys, we will see.
4 weeks and counting to Texas, just so y'all know.
Do
4
what?
weeks and counting.
Huh?
4 weeks and counting.
4 weeks and counting. Yeah, the countdown has started to come to old Tejas. All right, guys, God bless. We will see y'all in the morning.